Are those aftermarket AirPods?
Yes.
Nice. I have some too.
Yeah.
I have brainwaves.
Nice.
I have the Pro Stock Elites.
Very nice. Very nice.
Are we
Very nice
are we
indeed.
moving?
We are moving. So,
we're moving.
Justin,
Let's
Yeah.
go.
did you finish editing the episode yet?
All of the audio is edited of the first half, and
The episode itself, is it finished being edited for your part?
my if
Yes or
to,
no?
to throw on Spotify, yes. To throw on YouTube, no.
Braden, hold him down.
I honestly, I'll hold them down in whatever. position you want.
Because all of the audio is done. I just don't have anything visual to put on top of it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You just gotta
That's
put
fair.
a picture.
I might just put one of my renders on top of it.
Just put a picture of Phil,
my
dog.
3D, my 3D.
Might as well.
Put a picture of Phil.
Literally any of them will work.
Dude, put a picture of Phil from like 2013.
Honestly, that's prime.
Get the
Yeah.
fucking the picture of Braden where's the E pluribus anus one.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't remember that, but
Oh fuck!
I
It was
feel
one
like
of
I
those.
do.
It was one of those old like. It's like the propaganda style pictures that Ricky would fucking Photoshop.
Oh no, I have so many of those.
Wait, propaganda? Do you
Yeah, it
mean-
was like he made him look like fucking American political propaganda.
Oh,
Oh wow.
I thought you were messing up the word panoramic because he would do those too.
He would do those.
Yeah.
But no, it was like the red, white, and blue fucking like political. Oh, it was so fucking stupid.
like the believe Obama
Yeah.
ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got
But
you.
it was just a picture of Braden like just. and it just said E pluribus anus on top.
Remember that one? It's so bad.
God. Okay.
So welcome to the Full Jam podcast.
Episode, I think we're here with our buddy Braden. I think we mentioned him once or twice.
We have mentioned him
For
on
sure.
Feel
both
honored.
the first, second, and third episodes of.
Did we mention him every time?
Yeah, we've at least mentioned him.
Yeah. Okay. For sure.
Because like, look how pretty he is.
Look
we
at-
can't
look
not
at-
mention
yeah,
him.
Honestly, I woke up like this, and this is the best my hair has looked in probably a long time.
It's pretty good. It's like you
Fucking
got.
don't-
It's just up, and I have
Yeah.
to do nothing.
It's
Never
but it
change.
doesn't look like super messy because it's not long enough to look super messy.
Right?
so
Because
it's
I
like-
actually slept in a bed today instead of on the couch with my girlfriend for once.
That yeah, that'll
have
do
you
it.
just been staying at her house?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like,
I know the feel. Yeah.
But you'll just fall asleep on the couch, and it's just like
Yeah. Well,
yeah. That,
Is
well,
her
that's
is
it.
her bed too small?
her bed. Well, it's a good size. It fits two people, but it doesn't
Yeah.
fit her dog Rambo. Which, by the way, is like an
no.
180-pound Rottweiler.
I was literally about to
Bro,
ask, so I'm
you-
guessing it's a big dog.
He's a big boy.
He's a big
His
lad.
head is probably bigger than mine, to be
Oh
honest.
my
big
god!
fucking Rottweiler.
He's a big boy, but he's
So you get
so
delegated to the couch because the dog gets that's goals for
honestly,
sure.
though, the couch is so nice.
Okay, hell yeah.
Which
Yeah.
it's kind of weird to say that because it's
Yeah.
the same couch that my ex had,
Okay, no,
but
yeah,
it's so comfy.
yeah.
What if she got the couch from your ex?
Well, it's not this. It's not the exact same couch.
It's got a stain in the same place.
It's got the same little stains. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Those stains.
I know this stain.
Uh-huh.
I made this
that.
stain.
That's my stain.
The stain belongs to me.
I own this couch.
You tell me.
You
what,
might have bought it, but my cum is on it.
But I have marked this couch.
you tell me what's going on right now.
Oh,
Fucking what a way to start.
what a way to fucking fly.
Good
in
to
here.
see you, boys.
Yeah, it's good.
I
It is
miss you
good to
guys.
see you, boys.
It is very good to see you, buddy.
I do see you occasionally for Dungeons and Dragons. But,
That's true.
But
I haven't been there, and I feel
no,
so bad.
you've been.
I haven't been
Buddy,
there.
but, like,
you've
you're
been,
there-
What, missing it mainly because of the girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
We can't blame you for that.
No.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't want that to be the problem.
Yeah,
But
okay.
like last week, I was feeling like I had stage 4 ligma,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was atrocious. And then the week
balls.
before that, I think I was like going to her parents' place or something like that. Like I was meeting her sister.
Yeah.
And her
Okay.
husband.
No, yeah, man. Like, but we remember when you first started and like coming, and you were there like vaguely, like you were there, but like it was, and this is not a dig at you at all, but like you were there like every few sessions, and like we would have a character and we'd carry your character throughout, but like what we would be like, oh sweet, Braden's gonna be here this week, and that was fun.
Yeah.
But now you've been here more times than you haven't been here now.
Yeah.
Even if you take like 2 weeks off or whatever, we understand. Like we're not like, oh, he's not showing up again. It's like,
Oh, thank God.
We did that for Phil because Phil abandoned.
Yeah, Phil
Phil
fucking
bailed.
moved
Which, if
Oh,
Phil,
yeah.
if you listen to
away.
this, we love you dearly. exactly. But it was
Come back.
We're mad because you're not here.
We miss you.
We're not mad because you left. We're mad because you're
Either
staying
A, come back, or B, buy a big ass house in that town so we can all move in with you.
Yeah. Although I don't want to live in Kentville. Don't do that.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to live in
Kentville
Kentville. You should stop living in Kentville.
You should come live here.
You should come be homeless here.
Yeah.
Instead of having a house in Kentville.
Yeah, live outside-
I have,
live
dude. I
outside
got
Juice's
a freezer
house.
box.
Yeah.
I got a freezer box that you would be so comfortable in. Like,
Is it a freezer like cold? Is it cold or is it like?
no, it's just a cardboard box.
Oh, honestly, that's
Oh,
pretty
okay,
tight.
yeah, yeah.
So in the winter it'll be a little chilly, but
That's fine.
that's basically free air
I
conditioning.
don't know.
Does that make it a freezer then?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like for at least a few months we could all rotate and just convince some of our parents. They're like, oh, can we have someone like he has to crash somewhere tonight? Could he come crash? And then we just rotate through everyone. Like one night he stays at Tony's, one night he stays at your house, one night he stays at my house, then it's at Braden's, then it's at Braden's other house, then it's my other house, then it's Dustin's, and we could really just house him.
Yeah, we could.
He would just
house
have
him.
to be willing to move
Man, can we
every
talk
every
about
day.
houses for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, hold up. If we're gonna house Phil, then we should really be extorting him for money too.
Oh, for sure.
Like-
But like it will be extorting him for money, but like less money than it would cost to actually rent a house, which I think is where you're going.
yeah,
Yeah.
renting a
Well,
house
also
right now.
that and Liam was like, "Yeah, come by 10. I'll be setting up and everything."
Oh,
and then my brain defaulted to, "Oh, we're going to Justin's house. We're gonna go
yeah.
to his mom's house by the Royal Oak." And then I'm out there. I'm
speaking
sitting out there.
Yeah,
because we
hey,
always
hey,
hang out
hey,
there.
Right? Because like I've never been to this place before, which by the way is lovely.
Thank you.
And so like I'm sat out there, and I text Liam, and then like 13 minutes later he goes, "Oh, sorry, we're in Riverside."
Yeah,
Where's
I
Dad's
felt
house?
I felt so bad because the way our interaction went was, hey man, do you want to be on the podcast? I'd love to, but like I work at 2. I'm like, okay, do you want to go in the morning? And you said what time in the morning? And I said 10. And then that was the end of our interaction. You didn't text me back.
Really?
No.
Oh.
And then but then Liam messaged me saying, "Hey, Braden's good." So I assumed you two had worked out all of the details.
Yeah, no.
So then
I just kind of falsely assumed that he
Yeah.
would know to come here.
Yeah, exactly. So you assumed that I told him where to go because you told him that you were good, so that I had given you all the
you told
information.
me that you
but
two
we
had
didn't
talked,
have
so
the
I
end of a discussion, so I assumed you two had discussed all the information. And it wasn't until he said, "Hey, Braden's here," and I said, "Did you tell him the address?" And he went, "No." And I was like, "Oh, he's 100% at the other house." And then Liam goes, "Also, that was 11 minutes ago." And I'm like, "Why did you check that?" And he's like, "Oh, I just didn't see it." So then he shows, and then we're talking, we're just chatting back and forth. And I looked at him and go, "Is Braden here?" Because I'm like checking the time.
Yeah.
And he looks over and he goes, "Oh shit, he is here 13 minutes
Man,
ago."
you gotta check your phone
And I'm
more,
like,
your
yeah,
phone
like,
more
bruh.
often, boy.
My phone is. I didn't charge it last night. It was at 2%.
It's
by
over
the time
there.
I finished setting up, and now I need to charge the other.
So it is both of our faults. It's
Yeah.
both of our faults, unfortunately.
thing. This is the importance
That's okay. I
of
still
group
love you both
chats.
very
Okay,
dearly.
I love you too. Thank you for dealing with this bullshit.
And on the bright side, at least you didn't go to Manitic.
Oh yeah, imagine.
Wait. Oh, like he went to the
Imagine
went to my
if he showed
grandparents'
up at
place.
the house.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that
Well, he
would.
said like his
To be
dad's
fair-
house, and I was like, it's
Yeah.
not the mansion, right?
No, oh my god. To his credit, if he had done that, it is quicker to get from Manitic to here than it is to get from.
Well, that is
He-
true. He could just
like-
take.
Yeah,
We
pretty
are
much.
really locking down the geolocation of this house. Anyways,
You're the one who
we're glad
edits
you're
in the
here.
bleeps, buddy.
Yeah, I only had to put in one bleep on the first episode. I was looking through like the first episode, and I was just like, you were kind of right when you're like, there's not that much we have to cut, but when you're like listening through it, there's moments of like in between where I just like have a thought and then lose that thought and say that I lost that thought. I'm like, let's just cut that.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
cut this
Literally,
out.
just cut that.
Cut that. Yeah. But you specifically wanted to talk to Braden about
Yeah, because I wanted to get a good Marvel conversation going
Yeah.
at some
Okay,
point.
let's go.
Because
let's
because like I was telling Justin before we started recording, the three of us here now are probably the biggest Marvel fans in
or
our
the
group.
most into it for sure.
Yeah,
I would say at least you and I got to be the most into it.
Yes,
for sure.
Because like fucking, I've painstakingly been following along with Phase 4.
How's that been?
The only thing I haven't seen from Phase 4 so far. Well, there's two things that I haven't watched. I haven't watched Miss Marvel because
Okay.
I refuse.
For what?
Honestly,
Because it looks like a children's show, and I have no interest in watching a children's show.
I don't know. I didn't see anything about Miss Marvel, so like it was just when I wasn't paying attention.
Like it's
Like I missed Hawkeye the same way.
yeah. Hawkeye was
Hawkeye was okay.
Hawkeye was
okay.
okay.
Have you guys-
I would prefer that it was more about Hawkeye, but
Yeah,
Did you guys see Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I saw bits and pieces of it.
Okay,
like,
yeah,
like,
I watched it.
does it have the same feeling as that? Where like
No.
it's fine. No.
I would definitely say I liked Hawkeye, or I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier better.
More? Okay. Yeah, because I thought it was good, sort of. Not really. It was kind of good. It has good parts.
honestly, though, the only one that really interested me in the slightest was WandaVision,
Yeah,
Which I still never saw.
which is great. You should.
I saw
watch it.
Doctor Strange too, and I never saw WandaVision.
Doctor Strange 2 was
it's one of those things where the first time you see it, it's fun,
Yeah.
and then you think about it, and the more you think about it, it just gets worse and worse.
there was certain parts of it that I really really enjoyed, like this part where he goes to a different dimension, Doctor Strange, and
Yeah.
they start fighting with music notes.
that was cool.
there are good parts of it for sure.
Like I thought visually, that was probably one of their best movies.
It was
Yeah.
quite
Because
good.
it was really really cool visually, and they really leaned into the whole Sam Raimi-ness of it,
Yes.
which I really liked because like I'm a fucking huge Evil Dead fan.
right.
So I was really into that. They had the Delta from Evil Dead. They had Bruce Campbell make an appearance.
Yep.
He was fucking Pizza Papa.
Oh,
yeah,
was he?
Yeah, he was the Pizza Papa.
Oh, get it.
That whole thing was a reference to Evil Dead 2. Because in Evil Dead 2, his hand gets basically bewitched by like the Deadite thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he ends up just like getting into
Oh,
a fight with
no
his own
shit.
fist. So that whole him punching
Oh,
himself
I
off
see.
man,
was,
that's fine.
was an
Okay.
Evil Dead 2
I'm
reference.
sad I didn't watch Evil Dead now.
You should watch Evil
Should
Dead.
I?
It's
Okay.
like cause the first one is more kind of in a horror route, but it is still pretty goofy and funny.
Okay.
The second one, they go much more into the comedy with it. Then there is a third movie that if you don't specifically look for it, you will miss, because it's not called Evil Dead 3, it's called Army of Darkness.
Ooh.
And then there's actually a series called Ash versus Evil Dead, which was fantastic. It was awesome. It was like a story follow-up to the movies.
Yeah.
And it had Bruce Campbell in it, and like it unfortunately got canceled after season 3,
Or no.
which like it broke Bruce Campbell's heart.
Aw.
Yeah.
He was there. He was like, yeah, because they did an Evil Dead video game that
Yeah.
came out recently, which still is not available on the Switch like they said it would be.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah, and but Bruce Campbell was like, yeah, after the video game, I'm done.
Yeah.
I am no longer Ash Williams. As far as I'm concerned, Ash Williams is
Its
a
own.
finished character.
Okay. There is a. Speaking of video games, did you see the stuff that happened at the Game Awards last night?
Yeah, when Elden Ring won Game of the
Game
Year.
of the Year, and
I mean, who's surprised though?
Oh,
but no,
one's
not
surprised,
about that.
But it's what happened after that.
at the acceptance. Did you not see that?
I did not see the acceptance.
It is.
Was it the Dave thing?
No, it's the kid. It's this kid who just walk. Does he just walk up through the?
He walked up while the From Software guys were walking
We're
up on
walking
stage,
up, right.
he just like kind of slipped in as if he was part of their group.
Yeah.
Not
shot.
even the FromSoft guys questioned it.
No, they were just standing with this kid, and they're like, "Oh, maybe he's like from a different thing, or
maybe
whatever."
he's like added security or something.
That, or
which-
maybe he's gonna be the one reading the thing or whatever, and it's like, yeah, sure.
And so Miyazaki and his translator come
Yeah.
up. Miyazaki gives a very wonderful, heartfelt thank you, and assures us that there is more
This
more stuff
Japanese
coming out.
businessman game developer is giving this heartfelt
Yeah.
speech.
He through a translator,
Through a
he
translator.
gives it, and then the translator and he like talks for a while before the translator comes in. So
Yeah.
like all I was thinking was just holy fuck, the translator had to remember all
Where
of
are the
that.
All of that,
subtitles?
yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Just get subtitles in real life, guys. God.
Yeah, easy.
But so after Miyazaki gives his acceptance speech,
Yes.
and the music's cued for them to like walk off the stage, kid comes up front and goes, "I would just like to nominate for this award my Reformed Rabbi Bill Clinton."
No
Thank
shot.
you very much.
Thank
No
you very
shot.
much.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
And then I believe they said that kid got arrested.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
got
yeah.
arrested.
Yeah, he got arrested,
But it's just like that immediate moment of just like, wait, what
Wait,
the fuck?
What the fuck?
Who the fuck
The
is
fuck
this
just
guy?
happened there?
There's because it's FromSoft. There's so many memes going around of the kid as an invader,
That was literally
invaded by a
what-
dark spirit, invaded by Bill Clinton.
like that was exactly what when I first saw that happened, the
Yeah.
article that I was reading, it
Yeah.
started off with From Software developers get invaded during Game of the Year acceptance speech.
It's really funny. I haven't seen the actual winners. I know Elden Ring won Game of the Year.
Surprising no one.
I believe FF14 won the award it usually wins, which is
Yeah.
like best ongoing game and stuff like that. It's either
Yeah.
that or whatever. But the as it does. Other than that, I didn't see any other winners.
Yeah.
I would like to, but like I was just asleep during them last night, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder who won for some of the other awards, but I am very happy that Elden Ring won Game of the Year.
yeah, it was gonna be like that or like God of War Ragnarok was up there, right?
Yeah.
It had to have been, yeah.
Yeah, but I think Elden Ring definitely had a better chance than Ragnarok, just purely
think
because
so
of how long
too.
it's been out.
Yeah.
I think so too, but Ragnarok would have been the new hotness.
Yeah.
It's people are still playing that game because it is so fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
So is Elden Ring, but like that came out back in March, I believe.
Yeah, it was March.
I believe it was March. Brayden, you been playing anything lately?
Honestly, I haven't, but
Yeah.
I really need to get back into it.
Yeah. What was the last thing you were touching before you?
The last thing I was touching was myself.
As you've been known to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
How's
Cool.
Volcano, by the way? Just a side note.
Volcano's doing good.
Is he-
Volcano.
That's Volcano. He's horny.
I
That's my boy.
got to play him last time.
No shot.
I was playing for your D&D character, and I did not realize how much garbage Volcano has.
Yeah.
Volcano,
He's such a broken character.
In campaign 5 is so good, with just like okay, I have 3 attacks with a very high to hit with a very good weapon. I can then action surge to do it again, and then I can then use my fucking reactor to action surge again
Yeah.
to do 9 attacks.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This is
he's-
what happens when you expertly craft a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels very, very good.
You meticulously put all your time and
Painstakingly.
thought.
Yeah.
Haven't slept for fucking days.
Yeah,
I've been working on that
making
name.
Volcano. Oh my god.
It all comes with the name.
It all comes with the name.
comes with the name.
The character can't be bad.
It really can't.
Because every one of them has been quite good.
Honestly, the more A's you add to it, the better he
The
gets.
better he gets, that makes
better he
sense.
gets.
It's just so funny that like you're pretty well like I would say like almost like one of our least experienced D&D players, and your characters just fucking wipe the floor with everyone.
That's partly because like he rolls well on his stats, but also with like me or mostly Tony like help him.
Yeah.
And when you have your
Yeah.
when you have your dungeon master like, hey, here's the good shit.
Well, because you'd
That's
think
true.
Tony
Yeah.
would bother to like balance it out a bit, right? He's just let's just fucking power. Like,
Well, that's what he's done
Well, I mean,
with our characters, because our fucking magical items are disgusting.
Yeah.
They're so strong. He has us fighting like huge things to compensate, but like all of our stuff is so good.
Yeah.
You getting sneak attack twice.
yeah, that's kind of
You fucking Shorter having a thing that does fairy fire and action surge.
yeah.
Like as a gauntlet is
Also
really
being
good.
able to give people haste.
Yeah,
Like,
being
Yeah.
able to give people haste is unreal, because haste is like the best spell in the game.
I just love that in the last session where he's like, "Oh yeah, I can give people haste," and you haven't been doing that.
Yeah, the whole time. I have my thing where I can give everyone the party +4 to their AC
Yeah.
for like the whole fight.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
good. Like
That helps so much.
it helps so much, and we are still. It doesn't help with like an area of effect spell, but for the most part, all of our stuff is so busted that
Yeah.
like he has to throw like John at us.
Yeah.
and we get wrecked.
Yeah, and I think my character had the ability to. It was like I could step in when it wasn't my turn. Like if another creature got attacked, let's say one of you guys hit a creature,
Yeah.
I could step in and hit it.
I think,
Yeah,
I
and
think
it's
so,
not
yeah.
even my attack.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
That's fucking nutty.
It's like a fucking reaction.
reaction.
Yeah, yeah.
Which-
That was either that one or was it
I could pull up my character sheet.
It might have been Volcano from mine, because did you have Sentinel? I forget. I don't remember, but because
Sentinel. Like,
dude, me and Troy figured out that our abilities just are really disgusting together last session, because I have a thing where if I hit somebody, once per fight I have a thing where a creature has to attack me, or else if it tries to attack someone else, it's disadvantage, and even if it does hit it, the target takes half damage.
Oh wow.
It's really good, but then Cray is also a melee fighter, so if he's in front of it and it decides to attack me, if it attacks something that isn't Cray gets to hit it. It's really gross. Like it's something like it's.
Oh, that is nasty.
We didn't even intend on that, but it's very crunchy. But yeah, what have you been doing in your life, my man? What's been going on? You've been with the girlfriend. You've been working.
Yeah. So I've been we've been chilling with her. Been going to work and stuff.
Yeah.
Haven't been doing a lot. I've been going to karaoke.
Yo, that's fun as shit. That's always
Where
fun.
are you doing karaoke?
Okay. You guys are about to nut yourselves.
Where?
So my girlfriend and I's first date,
Yeah.
like official date,
Yeah.
was at the mill
Really?
Nice.
on a Wednesday.
That's really funny.
Oh
They
yeah,
have-
so that would be karaoke night at the mill.
But the funny thing is, we went after karaoke was done.
Oh.
Technically,
Yeah.
but since there was a group of people there that were really enthusiastic about it, they kept it going.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So it was it ended in it was supposed to end in August or something like that, and they kept it going throughout September and October.
Nice.
So
Hell
we
yeah.
we went there on our first date on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Realized it was a karaoke night by chance, and then had a phenomenal time, and now we just go every Wednesday.
Fucking
Oh,
A.
that's amazing.
Yeah, we
That's
have we have a
awesome.
whole squad there. We're like, yeah, Toma, let's get it. And they're all singing together. It's fantastic.
That's amazing.
That's
And
fucking awesome.
The DJ there knows us as Barhaven represent.
Barhaven represent.
I know it's magical, honestly.
That's awesome. How long have you been seeing this girl?
I've been seeing her since probably beginning of September,
Okay.
and our official date was on the official our boyfriend girlfriend was on my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! We're
Or was
we're
it
in
no
a
September
relationship.
28th? Sorry, September 28th, a day before my
A
birthday.
day before your
So
birthday.
basically my birthday.
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
What's her name?
Yeah, her name was Hope.
Hope. Okay.
Her name was Hope.
That's easy to remember.
She's fantastic.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
How about you guys?
With what? Just in general?
Just in general, dude.
In general, how my life's going. I'm doing okay. I've been I've been working a lot. It's been weird because I've been doing my best trying to maintain a social life.
Yeah.
While working when I do, which is difficult. But thankfully, I took a shift for somebody on Sunday, last Sunday. So I got today off, which is nice.
Hey,
so
nice.
I got to sleep in at the podcast of the first episode of the podcast, and then pop in over here. But like other than that, I've been dragged back into playing Overwatch 2 again, which is it's fun and I'm
Tell us
having
how you
a
really
time.
feel,
Yeah.
jeez.
It's good. It's fun and I'm having a good time. But like, it
it
is it's Activision Blizzard and I'm like, I don't want to be giving you money.
Bunch of scummy bags.
Bunch of
It just
scumbags.
feels bad for the soul.
It just feels bad for the soul, but good for the brain. What about you, Liam? What you been doing?
Same, like honestly, just a lot of work because I picked up a not an official second job, but I got a buddy who owns he doesn't own, he rents a warehouse out in like just off Bank Street.
Okay.
Where we shoot music videos and shit like that.
No shot.
Although he's looking at, because originally we were mainly doing music videos because we got like essentially a whole sound stage. Like we got a truss that we can hang lights off of and
That's
shit.
sick.
It's really sick. But he's looking at going more towards movies because about a year ago, one of the Hallmark hit him up.
Yeah.
He's on the other side of the warehouse is essentially this giant, like huge empty garage. So they were like, yeah, you have this open space. We want to set up green screens in there and do a driving scene
Yeah. Okay.
for like a Hallmark Christmas movie
That's
or whatever.
sick.
And he was like, yeah, sure. So yeah, he's looking at expanding on that so he can like accommodate for more types of film shoots.
Sure.
Which is great because I don't know if I told you guys about this, but I'm actually working on an idea for a movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm working on an idea for a sci-fi thing.
Cool.
Yo!
That's very
It's-
cool.
So I'll tell you the idea now. The idea is called
Yeah,
Terminal
go ahead. Tell us
Jump.
the idea, Liam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us the idea, and then we're gonna cut this out of the podcast, and
That's
then
right.
we're gonna kill you and steal.
Yeah,
the-
and then we're gonna claim it as
Please
our
claim
own.
it as
do.
our own, yeah.
Please do.
And you're suffering. Yeah.
End it all.
But yeah, what do you?
So the idea, it's called Terminal Jump.
Okay.
And basically the idea is it's set in the future of Earth when like we've essentially kind of figured out deep space travel
Sure.
and like figured out like jumps or warps or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck you want to call it.
Okay. Sure.
So the idea is there's a new planet outside of the solar system, which, for a lack of a better name, I've called Archon.
Okay.
That's a sick name. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I could. It was the first thing I could think of because I was thinking about a guitar amp literally called the Archon.
Okay. Sure.
So I was like, yeah, that's fucking good enough. And
do.
so the idea is there's a research team on that planet. They've collected a bunch of information, but of course they can't like send it over the internet back to Earth because that's not how space works.
right.
So
But it could
it's,
be.
you have a team of people on a ship called the Tempest. They go to Archon to get the hard drives of information. On the way back, just outside of the solar system, their jump drive goes down,
Okay.
turning this 2-week mission into a 9-month mission.
Oh wow, that's
Okay.
enough to have a baby.
They only have enough they'd only packed enough resources for a 2-week trip. So it's now they have to ration, but then the big thing is people are slowly going to go insane.
Right.
Start trying to kill each other on
Oh,
the ship.
okay.
So
is it?
it's kind of like it's kind of
Like a thriller.
yeah, it's like a thriller. It's kind of like Aliens minus the alien,
Yeah. Okay.
or Alien minus the alien.
Yeah.
Because yeah, but yeah, I'm excited about the idea because it kind of serves as a catalyst for a bigger idea that I'm working on.
Yeah.
But like as of right now, it's still in the early stages because I haven't even started working on the script yet.
Yeah.
Because I'm super anal about writing now. And so I'm like going through each crew member of the Tempest,
Yeah.
going through their full fucking backstory.
Okay.
Oh,
Sure.
wow.
Yeah.
It's like a
like,
D&D.
Super.
Yeah, I'm taking a D&D.
OCD about it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want it to be like nice and coherent because I also want to build off it for something that's a bit grander in scale.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
everything
this-
about you is grand in scale, and I mean that in the nicest way possible.
I mean that in the sexual way.
That's right.
I thought you were gonna tell him he was large and that was gonna
No,
that was gonna be mean.
you know what? After I said
thought you were
that,
gonna
I
be
realized
mean,
he
yeah.
could have taken it that way, but I really mean your penis.
I have gotten large. I won't deny that.
No, shut
but
up. I was only about your penis,
That's fair.
and not your grape-sized nuts.
We talked about your grapes. That's not.
talked
Yeah,
about
but what
your
kind of grapes we talking about?
But it's small, your tiny berries.
Are we talking about the dried up ones that are known as raisins?
We're talking about the craisins.
Craisins.
We're talking about little craisins. Little testicle craisins. Leave you up, little craisins. Little craisins. Little craisins.
Fucking hell. Yeah, it's the little idea that I've been working on because
Liam, that
I
sounds sick
want to
as
do
fuck.
like
Yeah,
maybe
that
like
That sounds
a
sick
whole,
as fuck.
like maybe like a whole space Civil War kind of idea.
I have been in
but,
such a
yeah.
space horror mood lately that sounds very cool to me.
You should
Space horror is
hire
just really
Justin as a
fucking good.
co-writer.
Don't do that.
I
can't.
have-
My writing skills are bad.
Your writing skills are fine.
That's fair. Well, right now, all of my creative juices are just going
Going
into
to
D&D, and even though I am not in the current, I'm not dungeon mastering currently, and I'm not dungeon mastering next. All I'm thinking about is campaign 8.
Yep.
It's all I want in my life is because I'm so in love with the
I
idea
am
of
very
what I'm
excited
doing.
for that campaign. I
For-
think it's going to be a very fun time.
Yeah, by the way,
Yes.
I loved your last campaign.
Thanks, man.
It was amazing.
Thanks, I
did
really
such a good
you're
job,
way
Juice.
too hard on yourself about that.
You
campaign.
are
I
way
am
too
for
hard.
some reason, but like
That campaign was awesome.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, but I am way more confident in the next one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
The next
have
one,
done.
now I'm horny and excited.
If you were Braden, if you were going to play a character or a type of character from science fiction, what would you play?
From science fiction.
Because that next one is going to be space travel. That's going to be that I talked about that before I started the second season. That I was my next big campaign is going to be space travel.
Mm-hmm.
What draws you to science fiction? Like, what kind of character would you want to be?
Ooh. Okay. So.
And you can use relations to like pop culture and stuff like that.
Okay. So for like science fiction, my mind obviously goes to Iron Man.
Yeah.
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Just because the nature of it, it's everything about it I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
But-
have established on the podcast how
That you love Iron
fucking
Man.
much
That
you
you
love
love
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
I do.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he
Yeah.
came into this room and it's like, "Hey, I'm bending you over," I'm like, "Okay,
Okay.
okay."
Yes,
And
yes,
he's
sir.
like, "I'm
Yes,
not taking off the suit either."
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Mr.
Iron
Stark.
Daddy.
I'm like, "I'm hoping you don't take off the suit."
Yeah. I just want to look at the suit.
I just want to look at the suit.
Give me that
Just want
Iron
the suit.
Dick.
Yeah. I don't want you. I want the
I
suit.
want the suit.
Yeah. Because like we could do something like that in a like, but maybe a little bit more like the prototype suit.
Yeah.
Like where it's a little bigger.
Yeah. We can do that. Yeah.
Like you're just like a mech pilot.
Yes.
It wouldn't necessarily be something like that. If I would, I put out some feelers when I was talking to some of the guys about this. Where I'm like, if you're going to be like you can be a Jedi or a Spartan or someone from Destiny or something from.
I can be a hunter
You
or
could,
a
you
warlock
could, you could
or
be
a
some,
titan.
you could be something like that, but it won't be called that. If you're a Jedi, you won't be a Jedi, and it won't be the Force, but it'll
You'll be a
you'll
dead
be
guy.
you'll be
a space wizard,
You'll
like-
be an Esper or something that uses the power of the universe or something like that. I would reflavor it. But
It'd be like
I want to know what the baseline
like
is.
an offshoot Star Wars thing.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
would
Okay.
basically
all of
be like
the-
change it enough.
I'll be
to
Copper
not get
Lad.
sued.
the world copper lad
Metal
the whole
Alloy
point with it
Minion boy.
I am using a lot of the inspirations about what I love about science fiction.
Okay.
Because I prefer science fiction to fantasy personally, and so like I've been going through different science fiction things lately, just trying to include them in a thing. So like if we're playing it eventually in however long it takes to get around to that, and you think something is based on something else, it probably is.
Okay,
I
I
think
gotcha.
But it won't be called the same thing, and it will act a little differently and whatever. But,
Oh yeah.
but the thing I really want, which I believe I said to you before, is when we do that, is I want everyone together for a session 0.
Okay.
And I want everyone to make their characters together.
Oh, I love that.
Like because I want you guys to be a crew before the campaign starts.
Yeah, like
Okay, I like
when
that
the
a lot.
campaign starts, we all know each other.
everyone knows each other. You might have different like variations in like, oh, I like this person, I don't like this person. I haven't really talked to them too much, but you're on the same crew.
Yeah,
and
okay,
the only
okay.
reason I really want to do that is because in the system I'm using, which is D&D 5th edition, but it has some add-ons for like space travel and ship stats, and the classes are a little different.
Okay.
But they all usually have one-to-ones. Like, instead of barbarian, it's berserker now, and instead of a rogue, it's operative or whatever. And
Okay.
but they work very similar.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And just with some additions. And but the main thing I wanted to say is that the ship combat and how ships work is like you're going to, if you want your guns to shoot, you're gonna want to have somebody who is a gunner, and that is their role on the ship.
Okay.
You're gonna want a pilot, and you could have a co-pilot, but you might just want to have one pilot. You might want to have an engineer, a comms officer, and different people would work around the ship. If we make all of our characters, if you make all your characters separately, and you have 4 pilots, 3 gunners, and an engineer, it's not like that's not gonna fly.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like in Final Fantasy where you have like 4 healers. Or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. It's not gonna
It's
work.
not gonna work.
It's not gonna function. So that's the main thing. But
Yeah.
before that, we have to get to your campaign, and I'm very excited.
I'm very excited to run my campaign. How frequent do you think you can commit to the campaign? If you can give like a rough idea.
Honestly, like, I could probably do it like every Sunday. Like
Yeah.
I just gotta get down like a schedule.
Okay, good shit.
Again,
I feel horrible for missing yours.
no, hey brother, don't do that. Like it's totally fine. It's when you I understand when you're not there, and I am happy when you are there.
Aw.
Yeah, always. But and I'm sure Tony feels the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Tony.
As long
If
as
you miss
you're
a session,
as long as
you are dead to me.
as long as when you are there, you're like in it, then I am 100%.
Dude, I'm in it to win it.
Yeah, 100%.
Too bad Phil wasn't.
It's getting a little complicated.
We love you,
for
Phil.
mine.
We love you so much.
I only made that pun because your name was in it.
Yeah, but also we love you, Phil.
Yeah.
But it's getting a little complicated for mine because I told you I wanted to get my buddy Ben in.
Yeah.
But then last time we were there, I asked Jadiel if he was going to be in my campaign, and he said yes. So it's now like...
I'm telling you, man, it's too many people. I'm telling you.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
I know, but
I've done it from experience, especially as a first timer. I was meaning to bring this up too. On the first episode,
Yeah.
I believe we actually mentioned, or I mentioned, like how I'd be willing to record anything, but the one thing I wouldn't be willing to record is a D&D podcast.
Yeah.
I have 100% switched my view.
Oh, really?
I have 100% switched my view.
Why?
Because I was thinking about it. I'm like, I think the only reason why I personally have a lot of problem with my the
Yeah.
way I'm telling my stories is we have too many party members.
Oh, okay.
I would legitimately record a D&D podcast with a party of 3.
Okay.
With anybody who would be like willing to do it, like we would do it like every other week.
Yeah.
And we would record for like 5 hours.
Yeah,
and we would get a bunch of episodes in a row, and then put that out. I would be 100% willing to do that, especially now that I'm not going to be dungeon mastering for the rest of Tony's and yours.
Yeah.
Until you want to switch.
That seems
with
like
me.
a good idea, to be honest.
Yeah. And which I was thinking about it so much that I'm like, I think I could get 3 of you to like really commit.
Oh, yeah. Like, I would 100%, even if you didn't want a DM for one that we were broadcasting,
Yeah.
I would be willing to come up with a new world to do it. Because,
Yeah.
like, I have nothing to prove as a DM, and
Yeah.
I have no shame as a DM.
Yes.
So I'd be 100% willing to DM knowing people would get angry about the way I DM.
That's
Oh, yeah.
Just so I could be there just like, oh, that makes you angry? I'm gonna fucking do it again.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like
Don't tempt
I
me.
would have to go up top, be like, hey, people get angry about Dungeons and Dragons on the internet because it's a thing that people care about, and it's like so many with so many D&D podcasts. It's like, oh man, the feeling of actual play where it's like that like you have to be perfect is really not true. just be like, just don't at me, man. Just don't
Yeah.
at me. Just like fucking. I'm.
Or if
hey,
you do, pull up.
Or yeah.
It's one of those. If you don't like the way I'm DMing this,
Yeah.
you don't have to listen.
Yeah,
Well, you don't have to
I am
watch.
good. I am going to be doing my best this whole time, and you can get on board or not. And I would be like, I would get like, maybe it would have to be between you, Dustin, Troy, and Tony, the
Yeah.
people that are like that also want to play more. You know what I mean? And like that I think could commit to slightly more time. I would for sure be willing to do that, but it would not be all 4 of you. It would be 3 of you.
Yeah.
I am willing to do a story of 3.
Yeah. Because God, I really don't want to have to hit up Ben being like, sorry, man, I got too many people, but I may have
You
to.
have
you
like,
might have to.
dude. If Braden's here, Jadiel's coming. That's me,
That's
Jadiel, Braden, Dustin, Tony, Troy. 6 minimum.
and then
Ben,
Ben,
and
That
then
makes it
Ben,
7.
and then like we were razzing on him, but Phil has said
I was
he
gonna
wants
say,
to come.
Phil shows up out of nowhere like a magician.
Phil shows up. He wants to come back. That is you running 8 people. Don't do that.
Because if I had to run 8 people,
Yeah.
I would probably find, I would talk to 4 people where I would just be like, don't bother getting too in depth with your backstory. We
Yeah.
are not going to explore it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember when we
like,
first started.
Yeah.
Braden wasn't in, but Phil was, and so was Val. That
Yeah.
was me running 7 people, I believe, at the very beginning. For a brand new dungeon master, I was out of my depth completely.
Yeah.
As much fun as we had sometimes, like with that first campaign, I was out of my depth. That's just why I'm like, I just want to tell a concise story with like 3 people.
Yeah.
But I'm super down for when we get to space and you're like, oh yeah, you want a party of 6? That's fine. We are a very casual group. I will try to get to people's backstories. I can give you stuff to shoot at. I'm gonna give you a spaceship.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna travel around the galaxy. That's gonna be fun. I think everyone's gonna have a good time with that. And I think the main and the 2 main antagonistic forces of the campaign are both interesting.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I think they're both interesting, and they're kind of 2 sides of, not 2 sides of the same coin, but like 2 completely different forces.
Yeah.
That I'm interested to get into to try to weave those 2 things into the backstory of the characters. And I'm way more confident this time. The only reason I had trouble, or I do have a problem with the second season of my campaign, is that it didn't relate to the characters very much.
Yeah.
And that was my main problem. I think the actual encounters themselves were good, but I think I could have done that a little better. I think I'll do that better this time around.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being
'cause-
said, it was still great.
I'm glad. I just it was definitely like as soon as the second season started, you guys really just followed a path I set, because the path was clear. The path was get down to the final layer of hell, come back up to the first, fight the dude, and win. It took a while and it was a fun adventure, but it was very clear from the very beginning the direction you were going.
Yeah.
All I did was set up challenges along the way. It was a straight
you're-
line with hurdles as opposed to a maze. You know what I mean? Which I think I could have done a little bit better.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's
That was-
okay though.
And we're going to improve. And I don't plan on stopping playing Dungeons and Dragons for a very long time. So as long as people are still willing to play with me, I will continue to improve.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because that's I really do want to get Ben in on something with us.
Ben's cool when I met him. He was cool.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
I need to figure something out. It's gonna be heartbreaking to tell him, because I am gonna tell him to keep hold on to the character that he made for it, because I fucking love the idea of the character.
Yeah, you told me.
And I
you
love
told me.
the idea of how I was gonna work it in. But yeah, if I can't get him in, then it isn't the end of the world. Plus, I was considering maybe starting up a smaller D&D group just over Discord.
It could be like him and some East Side people or whatever, and then
Yeah, because we've been the East Side's crew for a while has been talking about doing a D&D thing. That's
Yeah.
when I had talked to you about joining it.
yeah.
And yeah, that's just, we never got our shit figured out.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Because yeah, I do want us to try something. But even if like if I did something with like you two, Ben, and like maybe Dustin or Tony,
Whoever,
or
yeah,
Troy or whoever
for
on
sure.
Discord, just like a
If
small
I
group,
if I
and then
could
come
if
up
I
with
could
something
I'd be
like
there.
that.
Sure. But the coming into oh shit, I had a there's enough. I gotta add it out because I had a point and I lost it again.
There it is.
Lost it again.
No.
Anyway, thanks for coming into the
Thanks
podcast.
for coming to the podcast. Suck
for
my
listening.
taint. We can
Chortle my balls.
chortle my balls.
Gargle my nuts.
But yeah, it's been very fun. Although I did, circling back to the sci-fi stuff, I wanted to ask you when you brought up, like, when you asked Braden what kind of sci-fi he's into, what would you say, Justin, are
let us pick your brain
what
for a
would
second.
be your,
My
let's say
inspirations?
your top 5
Science
sci-fi
fiction?
things.
Star Wars,
It can
one.
be, Star Wars, obviously. It can be TV shows, movies, or video games.
Okay. Star Wars,
Or
Halo, Mass Effect,
Yep.
Dead Space, not Iron Man, damn it. Fucking, I don't know. After that, it's kind of a smorgasbord. It's like those 4 are really in there.
Yeah, those 4 are very prominent.
and then everything else is kind of like mixed in with stuff that I think is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's those are probably going to be the main things you guys are going to see. Is
I'm definitely expecting a lot of Halo influence
Star Wars,
from you.
Halo, Mass Effect, Dead Space are going to be like the main things.
You and Dustin are like the 2 biggest Halo fans.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Well, because also you and Dustin were the only ones who had Xbox. Like all of us else were PlayStation.
Yeah.
PlayStation Elites.
Yeah, you, Braden, Jadiel, Tony, Troy. Yeah, it was me and Dustin. Yeah, had Xbox at the time. We played a fucking so much Halo, but just like friends from on the internet.
And you guys still play like Master Chief Collection so much, and like
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
But the
you're the only people that I know dedicated enough to do lasso runs.
yeah, we did
Oh.
we did try doing that.
Oh
That's,
yeah.
yeah.
You guys
the
got-
most critical one.
Not that
No.
one, no, not the God Run, but the original challenge is Lasso, which is legendary, all skulls on. Mm-hmm. So it's the hardest difficulty with all the difficulty modifiers on.
Yeah.
And we did half of Halo, or a little bit over half of Halo 1.
Yeah.
We did the first mission of Halo Reach, and I believe the first mission of Halo 3.
You
for
guys,
fun.
you guys did the first mission of Halo Reach with me,
Yeah.
and that was a nightmare.
Yeah.
That was a fucking nightmare. Because I also don't know Halo Reach.
Yeah.
The only Halo game I've ever actually beaten is Combat Evolved.
Really?
Yeah, because
didn't know that.
it was the up until they released MCC on Steam.
It was the only one on PC.
PC.
Yeah.
So I played the shit out of it because it's an amazing game.
It's a very, very
it's
good game.
one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time.
You know what just got added to the Master Chief Collection?
What?
Workshop support.
Like like Steam Workshop
Like
support.
Steam Workshop support.
Fuck!
They're just starting to get it like kind of up and running. Like they're still working the
guess
kinks
I'm
out.
downloading MCC again.
But there's custom campaigns for like Master Chief Collection, stuff like that.
Oh, that's
it's
sick.
It's I haven't tried any of them yet. I haven't installed any of them, but I was just updating it, and I saw in the update that it was like a 2 gig update or so, or 3 gig update was like working on the issues with workshop support. I was like, workshop support, and I checked over to the workshop, and yeah, there's a bunch of like there's like cursed Halo 3 stuff in there, and like a completely different like look to Halo 1 with like a mixture of the graphics between classic and remastered with
Interesting.
like some remix stuff. Like it's I'm really excited to look into stuff like that, but but for the campaign specifically, I'm only going to work in what you guys are going to pick. I was thinking about this. I'm like, because the system I'm having you use is SW5E. It's Star Wars 5th edition.
Yeah.
So it works with blaster rifles, and there's vibro axes and lightsabers and all the stuff you would really need, and I can just reform it into not Star Wars, but like we do with regular Dungeons and Dragons. But when you guys pick your races, because it's every race from everything. It's like
Okay,
150 something races you can
Wow,
pick.
it's like Smash Bros. Ultimate.
yeah,
Nice.
It's like of what you can pick.
So we'll need to start up a campaign on D&D Beyond and content share that because.
No, it's not even on there. It's on a separate website. It's on a free website.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, you can just make a character like you do in D&D Beyond, but you just make it. It's a little less robust because it is like a fan made thing.
Yeah.
But
Hey, if it works, it works.
it works. I
works, it
was I was testing it out, and it was it had like you can pick a Rhodian, you can pick everything from Star Wars basically. But so many of them are obscure that they might as well be just from anything. That I'm just gonna as soon as you guys pick all your races, I'm gonna be like, great, those are the races that exist. I might pick a couple more for fun, and it's not gonna be like Star Wars aliens where every planet has a new race. It's gonna be like Mass Effect where there's like 7.
Yeah, there's like
There's
a
like
handful
9
that are-
aliens.
There's a handful that are
it's
dispersed
humans
among
and
the
like
universe.
9 others, and that's about it.
Humans and like 8 other alterations of
Yeah,
humans.
yeah. Like some of them are monsters. Some of them you want to be a bug person. Sure, there's gonna be one race of bug people, and it's gonna be you guys, and we can make up lore from there. But I've been preparing for that, and I'm basically ready to run as soon as I get there.
I'm gonna be whatever race Sebulba was.
Sebulba.
Fucking Sebulba from Phantom Menace.
Oh,
Pod racer guy.
Yeah, the
Evil pod racer.
the racist Jewish stereotype. That guy. Yeah.
Oh no. That's Watto.
That's no, okay. No, not Watto. Sebulba. Oh, Sebulba. Yes, he's the racer. Sebulba.
Yeah.
I think you can find that. I think that's
probably
on there. Cause like there was some like really like there's the obvious ones, like there's the Mon Calamari and there's fucking Rhodians and Wookiees and Ewoks and Jawas.
That just reminds me of
Dustin's gonna be a fucking Jawa.
Dustin's definitely gonna be.
Dustin's
a
gonna be a
Jawa.
fucking goblin over technology.
But like that as soon as you mentioned Mon Calamari,
Yeah.
that reminded me of a thing from the fucking Robot Chicken Star Wars specials.
Oh yeah, sure.
They on the council they voted this one guy, Europuff, to go get pizza.
Yeah.
And so later in the special, it shows the second half of that bit.
Yeah.
Where he walks in and everybody in the council room is dead.
Yeah.
And so he walks in with a big stack of pizza boxes and he goes, they did not have Mon Calamari pizza because Mon Calamari are people and I did not know that.
Yeah, Braden, what do you have you I mean, I already asked you how you've been doing.
Yeah.
But like
I'm good.
what are your plans this week?
My plans this week?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What day is today?
Today is Friday.
Freedom.
It's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
You know what's funny? My buddy,
Yeah.
he met this girl on Tinder,
Yeah.
Noise.
and he just told me about her like 3 days ago.
Uh-huh.
And apparently they've been talking for like a month.
Okay. All right.
So she lives in the USA.
Okay. Wait, how did he meet her
Damn.
off of Tinder then?
I don't know.
Either he has premium or she has premium.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, he's basically going to like Ogdensburg to go see this chick.
Yeah, he's crossing
And
the border. Yeah.
I shit you not, for the past like 3 or 4 days, he's been nonstop talking about how he's gonna fuck the shit out of her.
Uh-huh.
And like yesterday, we were talking about like all the sexual experiences we have.
Uh-huh.
And it's pretty wild.
His, yeah.
Like she's into some freaky deaky stuff.
Assuming he's telling you the truth.
Assuming he's telling me the
Assuming
truth.
he's not just like, yeah, bro, I fuck so hard.
I
Bro,
pull-
I don't think you understand how hard I fuck,
Bro, I
dude.
pull like a Dodge Ram.
Dude,
Okay.
look, I pull like a Dodge Ram. I pull like fucking a
Man,
cat
somebody
crawler, bro.
somebody offered to trade a 2017 GMC Sierra Black Edition, or like it was like blackout or something like that.
Yeah.
For my Subi.
The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new one.
The silver one, yeah.
The silver one.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, I told it to my coworkers, they're like, yeah, truck, get it. And I'm like, no, I don't want a truck though.
Yeah, you don't
That's
want a
gonna
truck
be
though.
so fucking expensive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it still has payments on it. I'm like, I don't want payments.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Don't take it if it has payments on it. And then also, was it a gas truck or a diesel truck?
It was gas. It was gas.
Okay.
It was the gas
Okay.
one.
Yeah, because my dad just got a fucking big fuck you Ram.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah,
I get
and
it.
it's a diesel truck.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Don't get a diesel truck because diesel is expensive, but don't get a gas truck. Get a diesel truck.
Yeah,
Well,
if
that's
you're
the
gonna
thing.
get a
Like,
diesel
that's the
truck,
thing.
'cause
If
that-
you're
that way you
getting
get
a
better
big
mileage.
if you're getting a big truck to like if you're doing it
To
just
do
to go
big
like
truck things.
yeah, but even if you're not pulling anything or like doing construction or whatever, and you're just going like overlanding, right? Like you're just getting an off-road truck
Yeah.
to like go on trails and stuff like that for fun. Like, don't get a gas truck, get a diesel truck.
Unless it's
You
a
want
Ford
the power.
F-150 Raptor,
Yeah.
which is twin turbocharged.
Yeah, I know what that means.
Well, it means it's got 2 turbochargers.
It's the big suck.
Yeah,
It's the big
it's,
suck.
It's forced induction. It's got
Yeah.
it's got a it's
Whoa,
there-
hey, I thought we couldn't talk about that on the podcast.
yeah, it's when it's you got one turbine, you got another turbine, and they both suck in air, and they push more air into the engine because an engine needs a certain amount of things to go.
Yeah.
But the main things it needs is that you could add more of is air and fuel. So you get bigger fuel injectors and you get turbochargers, so that you suck in more air and push in more fuel, and the explosion that moves the car is bigger, so
Fair
it
enough.
makes more power.
Okay.
That's right?
That sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
That
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
about right. I like to call it forced introduction.
I would believe it anyway.
Every time the thing spins. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm Oxygen. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Oxygen. Can I get more gas?
Can I get some more?
Can I get some more fuel?
I
needs that fuel.
I love those people that are like, yeah, dude, I don't know why my shit isn't making more power, bro. I put a turbocharger in it, and it doesn't have a boost leak. And you're like, did you get bigger injectors?
Did you literally do anything besides putting a snail in your car?
Yeah, did you do anything other than put the what? No, bro, no, it's you put the more air, and it's like, well, yeah, but the more air,
Bro, did you even tune it, bro?
bro.
Did you even tune it, bro?
The more air it needs more fuel, and then you gotta tell
Bro, I'm
you have
telling
to
you.
tell your ECU that there is more
Your
air
cars are
and more
smart
fuel.
nowadays, but
yeah.
they're not that smart.
Yeah, they need more air and need more fuel. Otherwise, you're just dumping fuel into your cylinder.
They're running rich like Bill Gates, my guy.
Yeah,
all right.
your shit's gonna come out of your foot. You're just gonna be leaking gasoline out the back of your
Yeah.
exhaust. Like,
Man, I'm gonna
make
pivot
those
here.
pops.
I'm gonna pivot here a sec
You're pivoting.
because I have something that's going to surprise and probably bother you, Justin.
Surprise and bother me. Okay.
Yeah. So the People's Choice Awards just happened.
Yeah. Sure.
You know what movie won for best movie of the year?
What?
I'm gonna say this right now. It beat out Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
Wait, it's a. Oh, hold
This is going to upset you.
What one?
It was Doctor Strange 2.
on. Shut the front door, you
Doctor
businessman.
Strange 2
For
somehow
People's
beat out-
Choice.
Really?
It beat out fucking Top Gun,
Gun?
Maverick.
Look, I love
People's Choice
Here's the
for
thing.
best movie of the
Here's the
year.
thing.
This is why you don't let people choose.
Yeah.
This is why North
Who are
Korea's
these
got it
people?
going.
Yeah. This is why.
Take away their freedom.
Yeah. This is
So
Now-
we just
now he's
figured it
bothered.
out.
Now
Right,
he's bothered.
left, center.
Yeah. There. But no, like I said on the podcast before, I love Top Gun Maverick. I love that movie. It's so good, but like it's not the best movie ever made. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But like it's still a better movie than Doctor Strange.
I would probably say it's been the best movie of the year.
I don't know what else came out this year.
Have you guys seen Nope?
I haven't
No,
watched
I have
Nope.
not.
That was quite good.
Okay,
to quote the movie, nope.
Nope.
Nope. I'm not sure it's like movie of the year.
Yeah.
But I really
But it's
enjoyed
good,
it.
yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I
Yeah.
like
I
Jordan.
saw it twice.
Jordan
I like
Peele's
Jordan
been
Peele, yeah.
Jordan Peele's been on a hot streak for
he's
like
killing
horror
it, dude.
movies. Because it's just, but it's so funny seeing him do these ultra serious horror movies when I know him for Key and Peele and
Yeah.
Mad TV.
Yeah.
I recently rewatched a couple clips of Key and Peele. It's still so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's still so good.
There's just some things that just hold up so fucking well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's why people still love Jim Carrey. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and like not Andy Samberg. Who the fuck?
Adam Sandler.
Not Adam Sandler. Well, yeah, people don't necessarily love Adam Sandler, but
They
what
love old Adam Sandler.
they do love old.
Because
Adam
like
Sandler.
you can't deny like Billy Madison, Happy
I have
Gilmore.
not seen Happy Gilmore, but I have
Yeah,
seen
Jackass.
Billy,
You haven't seen Happy Gilmore?
but I've seen Billy Madison like 3
You haven't
times.
seen Happy
I
Gilmore?
feel I'm like certain we watched Happy Gilmore together at some point. Watch Happy Gilmore. It's fine.
You know what movie we definitely have seen?
That's
My Boy.
Yeah, we saw that once or twice.
We once or twice.
Definitely
or
not like a
8,
million
9,
times over
10
at Dustin's
times.
place.
I don't. Why have we watched that movie? I look back
so
in
good.
hindsight, and it's not that good. Like it's kind of
wasn't
funny.
recently that I watched it, but I know I watched it again at least over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And like it is a funny movie. Like I did laugh pretty hard watching it.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where it's like, how did we dedicate so much of our time to watching?
We would watch
movie?
it pretty much every time we went over to Dustin's house.
Because it was like, hey, I don't understand. Like I understand how we watched it like 8 times because it became a joke. I don't understand how we watched it more than twice.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I don't understand. Like when it was like, okay, once, sure, twice. We have it, and it's like, oh, it's kind of a thing. How do you want to watch this movie again? Like, whatever. How did we watch that 3, 4, and 5 times? After that, it's like, you want to watch it again? Like,
Honestly, it's become a comfort movie at this point.
Yeah. Did you see that there was a podcast at one point? I think it was called The Worst Idea of All Time or something like that.
Worst Idea
where it was, they watched Paul Blart Mall Cop 2
While they were high?
No. Every week for a year.
No.
Why would they watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2?
Because it's worse.
I mean, yeah, but like just.
But there's a part there's a great. I haven't seen the whole podcast, but there's a great part of that podcast where near the end. There is they're talking about it because they keep making an episode every week about how a new thing they might have noticed or whatever, or they'll just go off topic. But there was a point where one guy got told that the entirety of Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 lines up with Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh no!
So there is a great supercut between that episode and Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 with Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon put over top of it, and it's incredible. It is one of my favorite videos of all time. I will have to find it.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of when you showed me Hot Wheels, but it had
God!
But it had like initial D.
Initial D. We talked about that.
this
So
on the first
good.
podcast.
So good.
Oh my
I
God.
told my girlfriend about it, and we're definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna watch
Oh
it.
my
That's
God.
fantastic.
It's on our list of movies to watch.
That's so funny because
Yeah.
the whole reason we found that is because I was talking to back when we were together. I was talking to Val about that, like at her house, and I found that, and we just watched it, and it became like a thing. We watched the whole series because there's more than that movie. There's 3 more movies. They don't have the Initial D soundtrack over them.
I've seen all the movies.
You've seen Acceleracers 1, 2, and 3?
I have.
What?
You know,
what?
because
Yeah.
I remember distinctly watching all of it because I was bored, getting super into it, and then at the end of the 3rd one, it's revealed that his dad is one of the silencers, and then I remember religiously exploring the Googles for like a 4th movie, and they canceled it. They canceled the fuck out of it, and I was so sad.
I am so happy you know these facts.
I was so sad, Juice.
That I have had to hold this pain in my heart by myself
Oh my
for years.
It's like, how could they do that?
Yeah, dude. At the end, his dad's a silencer.
I know, and then just leave it. And they're never picking it up
They
again.
just leave you there spiraling.
And their thing gets destroyed.
Yeah.
And their base gets destroyed, and they're all like out there. But then like certain people reconcile, and then his is it Kadeem? Kadeem still? No, not
no.
Kadeem. No.
Kadeem was
No. Was it Kadeem?
Kadeem was the Egyptian
the
one.
Egyptian guy. He's like a robot.
He's like half robot. Yeah.
He's like half robot,
Yeah,
and
he's
he's taken over by the robots.
What's her name? The
robot lady, robot mommy.
It started with a G, right? Started with a G.
Greta? I don't know.
Greta sounds like a bitch name.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Gamora? No. It's close to that.
Oh, dude, I'm better. Why is Gamora?
No, it's
I'm
not.
sorry.
It's not Gamora. It's Galorum, I believe is her name.
Galorum.
Because in the first movie, Kurt Wilde is like, Galorum.
Nobody beats Kurt Wilde.
Nobody beats Kurt Wilde.
Oh, it's so cheesy and I love it. Can we go back and watch that?
We can watch it again.
Can we go back and watch that?
I mean, not right now, but we can watch it again. I'm down.
Oh, shit.
Beat up the right.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh man. Fuck. Dude, that second movie, I was talking to Liam about that. It is the dumbest title in the world.
It is.
It's called The Speed of Silence.
The speed of... What does that even mean, bro?
Like, there
That's
is the
just like-
silencers, and I get it, but like, fuck. Someone recreated in a video game called, I think it's called Distance.
Oh,
like-
yeah, distance.
It's like a game. Well, the actual game is you control an AI inside of a car,
Oh, wow.
and it's like it was just like an indie game that kind of took off and whatever, and it was like
I remember seeing something about it.
It was about like making best times on things and whatever. It wasn't that good, but it was fun.
Right.
There is a mod on the Steam Workshop someone made that is just all of the Acceleracers worlds in a row.
No.
And it ends with doing with what Vert does in the third movie, where he runs them all at the same time.
Oh,
to
yeah.
get to the end.
Yeah.
That's what the level is.
Oh my
is,
God.
Is you drive the whole thing.
Oh
and
my God.
It was cool to me.
Honestly, that seems like something that I would love to play.
It's long. It's like a 30-minute race. It's really long. But
Honestly,
it's
I'm
fun.
surprised it's not longer.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'd do that.
that's fucking.
I would happily sit down and do 30 minutes set.
It's really. I remember trying to do it because that game also has VR support. So I was doing it in VR, in first person, driving. It was really fun.
I did. What is it? Shit. There's a game, Dirt Rally. I
Yes.
did Dirt Rally in first person in VR.
Nice. I've done.
Oh,
I did. I did
what
Project
VR
Cars 2 in
what
VR.
VR
first
setup
person.
do you have?
Oculus Quest 2.
Oh, you motherfucker! That means you could play Resident Evil 4 VR. That's exclusive for the Quest 2.
Do you want to borrow it?
I don't know, because it depends on how long it would take for me to get through through Resident Evil 4, because I don't want to like take it from you for months on end.
We haven't
But
used it in months.
I have also been looking at like finding a used deal on a Quest 2
yeah.
and then selling off my normal Oculus.
Oh yeah, like the original Oculus.
Yeah, I have the well. Yeah,
I want a
with-
Quest 2 just for fucking RE4 VR.
That's it. Like
Yeah.
that's literally the only reason.
yeah.
And yeah, I want that. But yeah, I've been looking at selling because I have the original Quest, or not the Quest, the original Oculus Rift with the sensors that you got to put up.
Is that the Oculus Rift S?
No, that's what
No,
I have.
he has the Rift
I have
S.
the Rift S. The Rift S is
That's a wireless.
It's not wireless. It's wired, but it has all of its sensors in its headset. So
Oh, that's
there's-
right. Okay.
You don't have to set anything up. It just works
No,
with that.
no base stations
The-
or anything.
no,
no
no.
base
But
stations.
the
Cool.
tracking is slightly worse for it, but it's still good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing is I like having those external trackers. It does make the tracking a little bit better.
If you have space for them.
Yeah,
Because sometimes Dustin's tracking not so good because he doesn't have a ton of space for his.
yeah, but Dustin's tracking was actually pretty fucking good compared to mine.
Oh, really?
And he told me why. I found out why, because he was talking about he got a. I think he said he got like an Elgato thing.
Yeah,
for,
sure.
So he could stream his Switch stuff onto Discord. And
Dustin did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that way he can also feed the audio from the Switch into his computer, so he can
Oh,
listen to
yeah.
Discord and the Switch at the same
Oh,
time.
sick.
Yeah, sure.
And so he has it. So he's like, yeah, I got it plugged into this USB port that it's yellow. And he's like, I was looking into it, and apparently that's like a very high speed, low noise thing meant specifically for audio.
Yeah.
Wow.
And all I thought was, well, and because then he was like, yeah, and before that I had my my VR sensors plugged into it. I'm like, oh, that's why your tracking was so fucking
good.
smooth.
Oh, that's fun.
It was
Okay,
because you had the fucking extreme low latency input for it.
yeah. Okay, I'll have to see if I have something like that. I know they're different, but I never really knew what the difference was. So
I didn't even know those ports existed.
Yeah, man.
Me neither.
The iCap out at Blue 3.1.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd have to check again.
Actually,
I just got a new PC, so maybe not. I might have
do
to.
have a
What do you
USB-C.
have? What'd you get?
What? Oh yeah, bro.
Like, did you buy a laptop or did you buy
I
like
bought
a?
a tower, my man.
Oh, for
It
real?
was expensive and it hurt me, but I have a 3080.
Jesus.
I have 2 terabyte SSDs. I have 64 gigs of RAM. I have fucking it's not quite a monster. It's not.
That is the very definition of a
No,
monster.
bro. There's I've seen there's
No, you've
there's
got
render machines that are like gargantuan, but like it's for just a consumer who like occasionally has to render out like 3D stuff. It's fine. Like it's great. It works totally. It's all I need. But like, because there's options. Like I got 64 gigs of RAM. I could have gotten 128 gigs of RAM.
Yeah.
I could have gotten a 3090 Ti. Like I could have gotten.
Yeah, like obviously there's always going to be like
There's
that
always
next level.
And then the 4000 series are coming out, and it's like
yeah, like the 4080,
Yeah.
4090, that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Actually, speaking of graphics cards, do you guys think getting a 3070 would be worth it?
370s are good.
yeah.
Because I
mean,
saw some guy, I think he's selling a 3070 for like 575.
It's better than what you
on
have now.
Facebook.
Well, you know what's wild?
It's much better than what I have now, but on the other hand,
Yeah.
what I have now isn't causing me any problems.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the same camp because I have a 5700 XT.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
is that Nvidia or is that that's
AMD.
Radeon?
It's
That's
an
AMD.
card,
Okay,
right?
that is AMD.
And it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't need anything more, but like the prices on GPUs are coming down, especially used ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
My
like I
buddy-
said,
That's why I
570
decided-
Well, my
Yeah.
buddy just
575
he
for
just bought a
3070.
3080, brand new. It was like an Asus ROG Strix.
Yeah.
It was like a high-end one. He spent like $1,300 on that.
Yeah, my cousin got a 3080 Ti and it cost him like $2,000 at the time.
Right? And it's like I kept telling him, "Hey man, like you could get a better deal on stuff that's used."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, but like mining and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, but you can get ones that aren't used for mining."
Yeah.
And like I found like a 3090 that was basically brand new.
Yeah.
Air quotes,
Quote, unquote,
brand
brand
new
new,
for
yeah.
the same price that less than he bought his 3080 for. And like you can buy like 3080s for like $800
Yeah.
less dollars.
Sure.
Right? It's like it's insane.
Because I do want to get a better graphics card soon because I my 1060's fine right now.
Oh, you have a
but
1060?
but
You'll
it's
get that upgrade.
yeah, like
Is it the
like,
6 gig or the 3 gig?
I'm not sure. I'd have to ask Dustin because I bought it off him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Because you used to have two like
I used to have two
660
660s SLI,
That's
baby.
right.
Yeah.
Because so many games support SLI.
Well, someone is selling two 5700 XTs for like $275 each or like that, something like that.
That's
And
not bad.
like you can get them both for like $500, I bet.
That's not bad. What would that equate to for an Nvidia?
Not quite sure.
Okay.
I want to say probably like a 3080
Okay.
or like it's two GPUs, right? And like it's pretty insane. That's like 16 gigs of VRAM right there.
Yeah, because that's the thing is, I do want ray tracing. I don't need it. I just want it.
Yeah.
Well, it's the thing, right? It's like ray tracing is quite nice though.
Yeah.
But it's not a need.
No, it's
I don't.
not.
I don't need it by any means.
But like
But I
other than the
want it.
ray tracing, like the 30 series is pretty freaking sick, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, just immediately like installing Elden Ring in my system and doing and going to the Grace on the Lake.
Yep.
The one that or the one that as soon as you get into Liurnia for the first time, doing that shot that just pulls your FOV out and looks at Liurnia and you're like, this looks great.
Oh yeah. It's like when you open that first door. You
Yeah.
open that first door, getting out, you're just like, oh.
Or if you just say fuck the castle and go around.
They released a DLC for it yesterday.
They did.
They opened up the Coliseums.
Well, it's not DLC, it's just an update.
yes, well, update
Yeah.
DLC. Either way, they opened up the Coliseums for PvP.
Yep. There are now PvP modes and in
No
Elden-
more going to the entrance to the academy.
Yeah. for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because No, I'm not surprised it took an amount of time. Like they have other things they're doing, but especially with that new Armored Core that got announced at the Game Awards.
Yep.
Because that's also from Software.
We all knew that was coming.
I don't know. Some people were saying Armored Core was dead, but
They said they were doing Armored Core a while back.
well, all they've been saying about recently is Elden Ring, and but like I'm not surprised at all that it happened with the PvP because they already have their PvP set up with Dark Souls 3, and that works great.
Yeah, the PvP in Dark Souls 3 is awesome.
Yeah, is just so easy to do.
Have you played through the Dark Souls games, Braden?
I have not.
You should.
Should do that.
Honestly,
You have 2 people right here that will play through.
Okay,
it.
here-
Oh, you have 4 people.
here's the
You
deal.
have 4 people.
You have-
Here's the deal with
Yeah.
that. It's,
What's up?
I don't think I have the patience for it.
Sure. I mean,
You say that. I didn't think I had it either, and now I've beaten Dark Souls 1 probably 6 times. I've beaten Dark Souls 3 twice. I've beaten Elden Ring. Like, I'm on, I think, NG plus 6 for Elden Ring.
it's
Fuck, I
as
love
soon
Elden Ring.
as soon as you get through one, you've done it.
Yeah.
Like you can do any of them.
Is that
It's-
like how Game of Thrones works? Like, get through the first season, then it's like, then it's good.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, but without a disappointing ending.
Well, yeah.
yeah, because
But at least House of the Dragon's fucking awesome.
Is it?
It's great.
yeah, I think if you were just going to play one of them, you will enjoy the gameplay of 3 or Elden Ring the most.
Okay.
But if you wanted, you could start at Dark Souls 1. Do not start at Dark Souls 2.
No.
This is not a dig at Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is a good game. It just isn't the. It's really not beginner friendly.
It was.
All right.
It
all
was
right.
it was made by their B team and is like a really weird game compared to the first one.
Yeah.
It's very
And-
unforgiving.
And it is unbelievably unforgiving.
Okay.
Like it's rough. It's like their first Demon Souls.
Like whichever Souls game you play first,
Yeah.
unless it's unless
Yeah.
it's like original Demon Souls.
Don't play original Demon Souls and don't play Dark Souls 2. If you're
Yeah.
gonna play any of them, you can play Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, or Elden Ring.
I did play a little bit of Bloodborne at Troy's place.
Yeah,
Bloodborne.
That was
is,
fun.
It's cool.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I
but
still
that
need
also
to play
plays very
Bloodborne.
differently than the other ones because you don't block in Bloodborne, you dodge.
Yeah.
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 Which you
I
dodge in
still-
Elden Ring too, but you
I
can
still
block.
need to play Bloodborne.
It's very
I just
good.
I just don't want to play it on my PS4, mainly because I don't want to set up my PS4.
Mine's even set up, but I just feel like I'm stubborn at this point to just be like, put it on PC.
Yeah.
Just put it on PC. It's the only like Sony original from its era you haven't like put on PC. You put God of War on there.
You're putting Last of Us
putting
on there.
Last
You're
of
putting
Us on
all of the Uncharted games on
You're
there.
putting fucking
Just give us Bloodborne.
what's the Alloy? Not Until Dawn. Fucking, oh my god, the one where you fight robot dinosaurs.
Arc.
No, the other one. The one with the girl with the bow and arrow.
Oh, fucking Horizon.
Horizon
Oh, sorry.
Zero
Sorry,
Dawn.
that's what I was
yes.
thinking. Horizon. I was thinking
Horizon
Horizon.
Zero
Arc
Dawn.
is not the same
That's
It
thing.
doesn't have the peach fuzz rendering. I don't want it.
But like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, I just want Bloodborne on PC. Everyone just wants Bloodborne on
We
PC.
all just want Bloodborne on PC.
Watch them just release it for the Switch, just to say fuck you.
I play it on the Switch.
And it runs worse.
I would
Because it runs
no.
poorly on the PS3, like,
Because
or PS4.
I just want it at 60 frames. Once you're accustomed to 60 frames, going down to 30 kind of sucks.
Yeah, but then
Couldn't
like
you just emulate it like on Dolphin?
you can put it
I'm
on
having
people
like I have problems emulating PS3 games.
yeah.
All right.
Like, because I tried a while back to
emulating
emulate
PlayStation
Skate
games is
3.
really hard.
Yeah, because I tried to emulate Skate 3
Yeah.
and it wasn't,
I love Skate 3.
It wasn't great. I'm so excited for that new Skate game.
Yeah, I wish they would put Skate 3 on PC
I so wish they would put Skate 3
or
on
on Steam because I don't want to have to go through fucking Origin.
PC. Yeah, fuck Origin.
Yeah. Even if it's on PC, it's on Origin. Just put it on Steam.
It's like that whole thing where, like, we were talking. I don't know if you were in chat with this, but I know it was me, Connor, and Brandon. And Brandon was trying to kick Connor and I to get the Epic Games launcher, and both Connor and I were just, no, we're not going to do that.
I had the Epic Games launcher on my old PC just because I used it for school and I needed the Epic Games launcher to launch Unreal Engine
Oh,
because
yeah.
I had to use it for school to actually like like because you can just get their engine.
Yeah.
You can just download the
free.
most recent version of their engine. It is completely free, and you can start making games. But if you want to release it to the marketplace, you have to enter a deal that gives them a cut.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But the software is completely free. Which, speaking of free software, while I was editing the first episode of the podcast, I actually really recommend. I think it's DaVinci Resolve.
DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah.
It's free and good, and it works. I downloaded it and started using it, and it worked immediately.
Is it easy?
It's easy.
Okay.
The cut button was in a slightly different place than I thought it was going to be, because it's not like a snipping cut. It's like place your marker over where you are and then press the split clip button.
Yeah.
But like it works. I have not had to use it for anything complicated, but like it literally asks you in the for your install, it asks you, what software did you use before us? Did you use is this another instance of downloading DaVinci Resolve, or you used to DaVinci Resolve? Pick DaVinci Resolve. Did you use Adobe Premiere? Did you use Final Cut? Did you use
Sony Vegas Pro?
Sony Vegas.
Yeah.
All of that is in a list saying, "Hey, what was the last thing you used? What are you used to?" And I picked. I picked Adobe Premiere, and they're like, "Cool, we'll set you up like Adobe Premiere."
No
and I'm like,
doubt.
bro,
That's amazing.
It's so
Oh,
sick.
yeah.
That's amazing.
No!
You
The
do-
mic's falling over.
You do not get that level of fuck.
You're fine.
Tilt it up
Yeah.
towards your mouth.
Yeah, do the thing.
I'll shit in your eyes.
Oh, no,
fucked
like
your wife
like I was
shitless.
saying, like the actual mic, like twisted, like give her a little.
Is it because of that?
I don't know why my mic stands are so shit. Well, I get all my mic
That's
stands
pretty tight.
secondhand.
Yeah.
I haven't.
The
I
knob's
didn't
pretty
pay
tight.
for any
Yeah.
of these.
No, yeah, we were using the. But hey Liam, you and the guest always seems to get the working one, and then I always seem to get the one that dips.
Yeah.
This has
Hey
happened
man,
twice.
stop
now.
drawing the short straw. That's all I gotta say.
I gotta test these before I fucking. That's what I get for having a 15-minute conversation with my dad upstairs while Liam sets up all these mics.
Yeah.
To be fair though, I set them up last week because you forgot your wire, or not last week, 2 weeks ago, and then you forgot your wire and had to leave and go get it. So I set these all up with
Yeah.
Tony.
Justin's upstairs like, I love you, Dad.
I
And
love
then
you,
Leo's down
Dad.
here, he's like scheming. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna give him the
I'm gonna give
shittiest
you the
stand
shit one.
ever.
Yeah. I'm using that software.
Yeah,
Because that
the,
software is like,
because the audio died last time.
yeah, and then that program Reaper is just like, it's so low on CPU usage. I'm almost convinced that using Reaper will empower any other program you use.
Oh yeah,
What were you using before? Audacity?
No, I was using Pro Tools
Or okay.
because I got
that's also an option when you boot up DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah,
because you can use Pro Tools.
you can
Set up like Pro Tools.
you can edit video in Pro Tools.
Yeah.
But they mostly give you the video player so you can have video as a reference for when you're lining up like dialogue audio.
Oh, okay.
Because that was a whole thing I had to do at Algonquin. Was
Um,
they gave us a video and
yeah.
then they gave us the files for each character's dialogue and we had to line it all up.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It was awful. It was awful.
Sounds nasty.
The
Crusty.
talking about that stuff, but like because DaVinci Resolve, when I was looking at it, it was like, oh well, it's also gonna set up for like you can use it for a bunch of stuff. It isn't just like a replacement for something like Premiere.
Yeah.
It's also like do your audio shit in here and whatever. And like I don't know how good it is for like mastering or post. I think it's a post process audio stuff, so it won't
Yeah.
like master anything for you, but or it might. I don't know.
Because like that's the thing with Premiere. Because like when I first used Premiere after I had downloaded like all my audio work shit, it loaded all of the audio plugins that I had onto Premiere when I booted it up. So it's one of those things you can mix and master audio in Premiere.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it, but you can.
It's like the people that draw in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can, but you should really use something like Clip Studio Paint or something like that. Use the software. You get a software for what it is meant for. Do not use a separate software that kind of works as what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
That's like trying to like make like a hit song in like GarageBand or something like that.
Yeah.
Which you could do.
Honestly, it is very easy in GarageBand because GarageBand gives you loops. GarageBand, you can just like essentially do what most like beat makers do and
Yeah.
just use like a lot of royalty-free samples.
Yeah.
It's like having a demo for Splice,
Yeah.
basically.
But you definitely don't have as much freedom as with
No.
with Logic Pro or FL Studio.
Yeah, Logic Pro I used for a long time. It's a fucking fantastic software.
I actually used
Holy
that when I was
shit,
in college.
I wish they put
I
it
used
on
Logic
Windows.
Pro, yeah.
I
But I'm
wish
so-
it was on Windows.
I'm so used to FL Studio though. I have 20 now, by the way, and it's fantastic.
Nice.
Ooh.
I did. I bought it.
You
Nice.
bought it? You bought it for real? You didn't torrent that shit? Ooh.
Okay, we're gonna cut that out.
Yes.
Did you
I
ever?
didn't. I don't torrent anything.
Okay.
Did you ever try
wait,
Ableton?
Hey,
Did you ever try using Ableton?
Ableton. Ableton came with my MIDI keyboard.
Yeah,
okay.
a lot of MIDI keyboards will come with Ableton Live Lite.
Yeah.
You should try Ableton
Yeah.
because it's got some really good sounds in its stock.
Okay. I'll give it a go. How about on my
You're gonna-
laptop?
what-
You're
That's
gonna
what I
feel
use.
like a fucking caveman trying to use it for the first time.
Oh yeah.
But that's audio software in general.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's the same thing for the what is the free. Well, if you were like, hey, someone came up to you, Liam, and was like, hey, I want to make music, I don't have money, what do I use?
Your mouth.
If I'd honestly probably say Ableton Live Lite,
Yeah.
just because it does have a wide array of sounds.
Is it free?
Yep.
Yeah, it's completely free.
Plus,
Yeah.
if you want to buy like a MIDI keyboard or something like that,
Yeah.
it comes included. So you've got the software and you've got the piano roll.
Yeah,
basically, like
because I wanna know what everyone like because every it's starting to get this way that every single type of artistic medium has the free one.
Yeah.
Like Ableton is music, Blender is 3D, like Blender's completely free and it has
Yeah.
been completely free the whole time. Drawing has Clip Studio, editing has DaVinci Resolve.
Yep.
Like everything seems to I'm sure coding has something that's free.
Yeah.
Like everything has some sort of.
What did I do when I was coding?
Well,
I coded for a little bit.
I coded in but it was for school and I'm pretty sure you have to pay for it. I coded in
C++.
it was C++,
No, that's the
it was C++,
language.
but it was
There's Python as well.
yeah, but
Well,
those are
those are
coding
languages.
languages. That's not a software.
Oh yeah.
That's the language you use.
that's
See,
what
that's
you
how-
use
that's
to
how
make
bad I am.
software.
It's been so long.
It was the Microsoft one. It was whatever one is owned by Microsoft is
Excel.
what's the one I use. No, not Excel. Microsoft. It's Microsoft Studio or some shit. I forget what it was called. but-
Touring.
No, that's the one we used in high school.
Yeah,
That
no, we
was
used that in high school.
for
I was-
fucking turning
I was
lights
thinking
on
of-
and off.
I was thinking about Zadurko's class.
Me too.
the,
I think about that
last night.
sometimes. What did I cut you off to cut? Because I want to hear what he said.
Because we were talking about like free software, and the only reason I recommended Ableton
Yeah.
is because because there's so many free DAWs you can get,
yeah.
but Ableton
geez.
actually has like a bunch of built-in virtual instruments that you can use.
Yeah.
So it gives you something to get started. Whereas if you get something like Reaper, which we're using now,
Yeah.
you're going to get a lot of plugins for mixing for free.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get any virtual instruments. So if you actually want to write music, you would need to have the instruments on hand, or you would need to go buy or
Rent.
pirate
Yeah.
different virtual instruments.
You know what's super nice about FL Studio is it comes with
It comes with a full fucking
it comes with
suite.
so much, but the one that's really useful is it's Flex,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because Flex has so many presets and there's so many ones that are free that you can just download and you can basically just get going right away. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
I use Flex for so
That's
much.
why I love Blender so much for
Serum.
for 3D stuff. Is like it's almost everything and a few extra things that 3D Studio Max does.
Yeah.
3ds Max, but 3ds Max is like $700 a year,
Yeah.
and it's like it's a shitty subscription thing, and it's really bad.
I hate those kind of subscription
Yeah, like
models.
Yeah.
everything
There's
Adobe
some-
does, and
There's some where it works out.
Yeah.
Like Steven Slate has it's like $15 a month. You get access to all their plugins.
okay.
That I love. But like, if it's
or there's some-
$700 a fucking year,
Yeah.
like I'm sorry, if I pay you $700,
I
I
better
want
keep
that
it.
license for life.
Yeah. But that's why Blender's so nice, 'cause it's like, yeah, you download it, it is completely free. It doesn't go like, hey, upgrade to the premium version, or you just have everything
Yeah.
you have. You you have a gray box, you have sculpting tools, you have texturing tools, you have fucking you have animation stuff, you have like everything you would want to do in a 3D software you can do in Blender. It's great.
Yeah. I finally, because I told you on the first episode of the podcast that I've been working on a Christmas cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of a song called Merry Xmas, and I finally tracked my vocals for it and recorded the solo.
Yeah.
That's the hardest solo I've ever had to record.
Really?
Yeah, because it's got a bunch of like sweep picking shit.
Yeah.
Which I can sweep pick, but I can't do like fast fucking sweeping runs.
Yeah.
So the way I had to do it, because it basically goes.
Yeah.
So I hit record, just went stop, record.
Oh, cool.
Stop, record,
Yeah.
and just I did it part by part.
Yeah.
Spliced it together, and it came out perfectly. It sounds like I really played it.
Fucking coward. Do it in one go.
I tried. I certainly tried, but it was one of those things where I was just like,
Yeah.
it was like getting later at night, and I just went, fuck it, I'm just gonna bullshit this.
Yeah, I feel that.
No one's gonna know. I'm gonna render them all out to full takes anyway. Fuck you.
There is a streamer that I really like who did she did an endurance stream of practicing. This was a while ago where she was practicing Eminem's Rap God and Eminem's Godzilla.
Oh God.
And it was her final one of Godzilla is so impressive. It's like I have to send them to you. There's like it's unreal. I'm talking about fucking Mori Calliope for anybody who's wondering. But
Yeah, those are fucking hard verses.
Yeah,
The closest thing I've
Rap
ever...
God's easier than
Rap God's
Godzilla. Godzilla's meant to be the sequel.
Yeah, Godzilla was meant to beat that record.
Yeah.
Because it was basically like Rap God got him the record, and then Godzilla secured the record.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like I'd say the fastest. Because like every now and then I do like to learn like different rap verses.
Yeah.
Because
You were always pretty decent at them back when we
like I can rap other people's verses. Can't write my own rap verses for shit because I'm not a hip hop writer.
You're not a rapper.
I'm not a rapper. Like I can't write those kind like that kind of vibe.
That's not
You're just not hip. I think that's your problem.
Yeah, you're not hip or hop.
Yeah, no. I'm only Bobby Hop.
You're only Bobby Hop, my man.
Bobby Hop.
But yeah, so like I like to think of Eminem now as almost like prog rapping because he like some
It's about speed.
It's about speed, and his rhymes are fucking weird because the motherfucker reads the dictionary for fun.
I thought about that because I was like, man, I want to increase my vocabulary and sound more educated. So I was like, I'm gonna read the dictionary, but I never did.
Bro,
the better option for that's thesaurus.
Yeah,
because that way you can just say different words that
mean the
sound
same
more
thing.
intelligent,
Yeah.
but mean basic shit.
Oh yeah.
There was a moment when I was a small child, living with my grandparents that I woke up one night and we went down to this is when I lived at the big house.
Yeah, because they
And
have the little library.
They have a little library. I went down. I did not read the dictionary. I read for 4 hours, just as far as I could get in the Bible.
What?
Yeah, I just decided to it was
from the beginning.
It was already when I wasn't super in on the whole Catholicism thing and whatever. I wasn't old enough to really decide on anything, but I was like, it just all felt like a story.
Bible.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna read the Bible because I've actually never read it back to front, and I read a book, and I was like, this is boring, and I stopped reading it. But for a few hours, I just, as a small child, decided to read through it like it was a book. Not like it was scripture, like it was a story, and it was like, this is kind of cool, but kind of boring, and then I left.
This is so fucking all over the place.
Yeah. There's no real character.
What kind of fucking time jump is this?
Yeah. Going from the creation of everything to fucking to Adam and Eve to civilization. What the fuck is this garbage? Yeah.
Adam and Eve left Eden and fucked like rabbits for years
and then fucked their kids.
Yeah.
Or their kids fucked themselves.
Themselves.
And then and then it jumps and it's Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep.
Well, actually, Sodom and Gomorrah is I believe after the Great Flood,
Yeah.
which the Great Flood fucking being just being like, hey, you guys are fucking each other in the butt too much. I'm gonna drown.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drown.
Did the
everybody."
Great Flood like a reset switch? To be honest,
Yeah, it was, and then he was sad about it, and
Maybe
then he gave
that's
us
what-
rainbows. That's the story.
Maybe that's what
He was
what
like, "Hey,
climate
I
change is.
overreacted. Here's some rainbows. I've killed everyone."
That's like punching your girlfriend in the face and like, oh, I'm sorry. Here's
some flowers.
Here's some flowers. Or like, here's a ring. Marry me.
Here's a daisy, like
Yeah.
a single daisy.
Single daisy.
that I plucked out of your garden.
Yeah. But yeah, no, maybe that's what climate change is with the melting of the ice caps. Maybe that's just
Someone say
God's
ice cap?
countdown to another great flood.
Okay.
He's just gonna reset it.
Noah 2.0.
Yeah.
We came up with Twitter, and then he was like, "All right, fuck this, I'm getting rid of
Reset
it."
again.
He saw how dumpster fire
Yeah.
fucking Twitter is, and now that
He-
Elon Musk owns it, he's like, yeah, reset.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh, Musk.
Elon.
The show
Oh,
must go on, as
Elon.
they say.
Shut up.
Man. There's just not a whole lot to say. Like, it's just
What can we say that hasn't already been said
what can
about
I
Twitter?
say except you're welcome.
We were all thinking it.
Yeah.
It's
Man,
just
it's like-
and now you got people jumping on Hive, and like because that's what I've
Whatever.
been seeing is people jumping on Hive, and I'm just like, cool, I'm not gonna use
I'm not
it.
gonna
What the hell
use
is
it.
Hive?
It's new Twitter.
Yeah,
New
it
Twitter?
looks like it's
I'm
just
not
gonna be the
using
new
it.
Twitter. I'm not gonna use it because like I didn't use Twitter to begin with, so
Well, yeah, I mean,
why
it's
would
like it's
I
like
still use Twitter.
it's like when Twitch started to like, you know, be kind of shit,
yeah.
and then Mixer came into the thing, the whole
Yeah.
mix,
Yeah.
and then people were like, let's jump on Mixer,
Yeah.
and then Mixer fucking died.
And then Mixer died, and then all those people that made a bunch of money jumping to Mixer got to keep their money and then just go back to Twitch.
And then
Yeah.
Ninja got paid like millions, and then
Yeah.
the platform died anyway, and he got to keep all of it.
You got to keep all the money and then just go back to Twitch.
Yeah, he got to eat his cake.
He
Yeah,
did.
He,
got
had
the
his
cake
cake and
and
he
ate
ate it.
But now everyone's like, fuck Twitch, we're going back to YouTube. And now there's more YouTube streamers because apparently they're
There's a better cut.
They're
Yeah,
it's a better
you can
cut,
get 'em-
and they're a department for like the top. Like if you're a really big streamer, they're going to treat you better in YouTube than they do in Twitch. Twitch is just like, hey, here's your cut, fuck off, keep streaming, and then
Yeah.
I think there's a bit about fucking that Ludwig was talking about where he was just like, hey, so I YouTube came to me and was like, we're gonna offer you more money, and he's like, nah, I want to be with Twitch, and they said, oh, but like we'll sweeten the deal if you want to, and he's like, oh, okay, hold on, let me go talk to Twitch, and he talked to Twitch and was like, hey guys, I might leave, and they said, okay.
And they're like, yeah, good riddance.
Yeah, and they're like, fuck off, and he's like, okay, I guess I'm going to YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like they changed the pay split for like the top
Yeah.
creators
Yeah.
from like a 70-30
Back down to 50-50.
back down to like 50-50 or something like
Yeah.
that.
And now YouTube's like really jumping on that and
Now
being like,
YouTube-
"Hey, we're gonna offer a bunch. We can afford it. We're gonna offer a bunch of top streamers some money because they don't want to get cut."
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
and then they offered them
Because then
a
they're
better cut for sure.
yeah.
And then Ludwig was talking about that, and then Ludwig said,
Well, the other thing is
I
you
might
don't-
switch.
with YouTube, you don't have to be live to get like donations or anything.
Yeah.
Because you can just super chat comments now, just normal comments on
Yep.
videos, and it's
Yep.
like I don't think you can do that at all on
Did you
Twitch.
hear
Because I
about
know there's offline
The
chat,
Twitch
but
super chat thing, where it was like you could put up a message for like 30 seconds for like $5, and then like
yeah, and it was like the tiny
for like
fucking
2 minutes
banner
for like
thing.
$100, but then like you could just like donate like 5 times in a row and get the same amount of time or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
it
like
was-
a quarter of the price.
Yeah, there was something Moist Critical was talking about.
And the
it.
super chats weren't even really visible unless you were out of full screen mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You couldn't be watching in full screen mode because it was a banner that was just underneath the player.
Yeah.
It was like so dumb.
Twitch dropping the ball, dude.
It's
Yeah.
They're I don't think they're gonna die or anything.
No,
It's
no.
just-
They're such a
They're
giant.
still such a giant, but like, yeah, you're definitely you're
They're
you're
a
really
down
giving
period.
ground to YouTube here. When do you have to get out of here, by the way, Braden? When do you gotta leave for work?
It was last I checked. It was about noon. Right now,
It's 12:30.
Yeah, I work at 2.
So
Yeah.
I would imagine.
When
what
do you
probably-
want to take off?
What time is it now?
We figured you'd probably end up taking off around 1.
Almost 12:30. I could take off around 1.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
One,
fine.
because then it gets me time to get home and change and
hit
not
my-
get all stinky.
Not be all fucking sussy over there.
Sussy baka.
Not be over there looking so
Stinky.
cute.
Stunky.
Look at his dimples.
Honestly, like I trimmed my beard, but
Yeah.
I didn't. I trimmed here and here.
Yeah.
And I didn't trim here.
Yeah.
Because that's always been like a problem area for me. Because
Oh,
I always get like here, but I never get here.
Yeah. You have up here, but this doesn't fully connect. You have a
Yeah.
similar thing to what I have.
Like, I don't see myself really going, like, full clean shaven.
No, you
again.
shouldn't because you look very, very good with a beard.
I did it for Halloween, and I looked okay.
Yeah, you looked good for Halloween.
I looked fine with no facial hair, but like I don't prefer
I wish you
it.
could have come to my Halloween party. That was fucking awesome.
Man,
time.
it was a good time.
But you said you were gonna have a
Yeah.
yeah.
If I'm,
You're gonna throw another
I'm
one.
probably not gonna do New Year's specifically, because generally everybody already has
Yeah, that's what you're
plans for
saying.
New Year's.
Yeah.
Like I'm banking. I'm hoping that your family has something going on for New Year's because
I'm gonna ask my dad after we're done.
I should figure
Yeah.
out what I have going on for New Year's, actually.
because
I never figure anything out and then nothing happens. Like that's usually what happens.
yeah, because I definitely want to do something for New Year's this year, but
It'd be nice if no one's doing anything. We could all get together and do mushrooms.
that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Hey,
That'd be cool.
that sounds tight.
That sounds tight.
That sounds tight.
I really enjoy mushrooms, and I do them on very, very rare occasions. But I do them again for New Year's. That would be
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be fun.
Yeah. We could order them in the place that we ordered them last time.
Yeah.
If they were easier, cheaper, and like less gross, I would do them more often. But I enjoy doing them every now and again.
There are shops in Ottawa that sell mushrooms.
Really?
Yeah.
Where at?
I'm not specifically sure where, but they operate basically the way dispensaries used to operate.
Okay. So sketchy,
Yeah.
but still in a building.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, no. There's one of my coworkers was talking about a place that they found near their apartment that sells out of there. So I shouldn't be that surprised.
But yeah, we're not gonna say any names that sell mushrooms in person because we ain't fucking snitching.
We ain't-
Hey, I don't know
narcs.
any anyway, so.
We ain't rats.
No.
I ain't
Yeah.
doing that.
They call me Chuck
I-
E. Cheese, but I ain't no fucking rat.
out of the I don't like to pressure anyone into doing anything, but
Except Troy.
except
Into smoking weed.
I didn't pressure him into anything.
No, you're right. We pressured him.
We didn't pressure the boy. We said you don't, because I am always polite and I always offer. And sometimes Troy takes things slightly seriously and gets weirdly aggro about something. And then one of those things for a bit was marijuana, where he got weirdly into like, yeah, I want to try it. But then every time we ask and we're like, hey man, we're going to go for a smoke, he'd be like, not, and I'm like, my man.
He does the Troy thing.
He does the Troy thing.
Yeah.
We love him to pieces, but like everyone's got their
I
thing.
left him
and, like,
in pieces.
yeah, God damn, we're gonna kill him.
I didn't say that.
We're gonna cut his body up and put him in the bathtub.
Split you open like a coconut.
I'll spread you like peanut butter, baby.
They call it a banana split.
Yeah, split these nuts.
Take
dude.
me into that hotel room. Turn me into a piece of Swiss cheese.
You want me to put holes in you, dog? What kind of holes?
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's and we never pressured him, but I always want to be polite, and because I asked Tony the same thing. I go, hey man, if we're just hanging out, I'm like, hey man, we're gonna smoke some weed. I know you don't usually partake, but I want to ask, do you want to come?
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be like, he'll giggle and be like, no, I'm okay, and that'll be our
Man,
little exchange.
honestly, Tony is so...
He's such a sweet boy.
He's such a sweet boy, isn't he?
Sweet child.
Yeah, he's just like, you want to pinch his cheeks.
I do.
Like-
Sometimes I really, really do.
One day, I feel like one day we're gonna offer him, and he's just gonna be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And we're gonna be like,
You know what it's gonna be? You know what it's gonna be?
What?
It's gonna be when we're like at like a cabin or a lodge.
Yeah.
When it's just us,
boys weekend.
just the boys' weekend, and we're all like, "Hey man, we're having a
We're gonna
joint."
have a joint. Do you want to come?
Justin's gonna be like, "Hey man, we're having a joint.
Yeah.
It's here if you'd want, if
Yeah.
you'd like it,
If you
but you don't
want-
have to."
you don't gotta.
And he's gonna be like, "You know what?"
Okay.
He's gonna do the
Fuck
Tony
it.
thing with, fuck it.
Ah, fuck it.
Fuck it. Pass it.
fuck
He's gonna do the Tony thing.
You fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, but yeah, but yeah, it was so funny that like that Troy was doing his thing where it's like, but then like as soon as he came out and we were just in Toronto having a smoke, and it was me, you, Dustin, and Troy.
Yeah.
And Troy takes like 2 drags and passes it, and it gets back around to him, and he takes another drag and goes, I feel like a wave.
You know what he said? So he said that, and then he goes, "Hey guys, I think I like weed now."
Yeah, you're like, you kind of get it, Troy. And we're just, and I had to be very clear with him because I know he, like me, is very anxious, and like I've finally gotten anxiety medication, thankfully. And
good for you.
Yeah, it's been very good.
Get on it, boy.
I get on it, and people should be medicated if you need it. And I was talking, but he doesn't have any of that, and he's a very anxious boy. So we're while he was doing it, I was worried he would just get more anxious because we can do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was worried about him, but then all I heard the next day was like, he was like, yeah, I had a great time. I was like, fucking sick.
As soon as we got back to the hotel room.
Yeah. Because we split up. Me and Dustin went back to Jadiel. We watched an entire Internet Historian video, high as balls.
I gotta say, dude, that hotel room was. I shared a bed with Tony.
Yeah.
Right. Not a bad thing. He and I shared a bed when we were kids. I would sleep over.
Yeah.
And Troy had his own bed because he's a fucking he's a white privileged gay man.
Well, there was also that. It wasn't the gay man thing. Was that we had 6 people in 2 rooms. Each room had 2 beds, and so that means instead of 1 room and 3 of us having to share 1 bed, we're like, okay, let's just split it. And instead of it being like there's just being an empty bed, 2 people get their own bed. Who should get their own bed? The 2 largest people, which was either Troy, Jadiel, or Tony. Jadiel was definitely getting one because the other room was me and Dustin, so me and Dustin could snuggle.
Yeah.
And then in the other room it was you 2 in Tony, and you had to share, and I felt so bad for you both mornings.
Okay,
because you would come out and just be like, "Hey, Braden, you get any sleep?" You'd be like, "Nope."
You know why?
We have a full day ahead of us, Hoss.
It wasn't about the bedding situation.
It wasn't.
It was not about the bedding situation.
It was about the snoring.
It was about the snoring. They both snore, okay? You listen here. They both snore.
I felt so
was
bad,
like
brother.
It was like stereo snoring.
Yeah.
In my left and right ear. It was horrendous.
Bro, I'm so happy that I just like I think Jadiel might snore a little bit. I never heard any of it, and Dustin doesn't. And apparently I breathe loud and that's it. And it's like I
know I snore.
Yeah. So it's I'm always if I'm on the trip with anybody because I have relatives who snore, I need to be the first to go to sleep. I need to put something in my ears and and just tune out and go to sleep.
I was hoping the weed was gonna help make me sleep, and it did.
Yeah.
So I put earphones in. I put my AirPods in.
Yep.
And the pillows were like they're nice and soft, so it didn't like push them into my ears, which was super nice.
Yes.
But like they fall out of my ears at night, so I wake up, and I've got big T and I've got big gay man on either side of me. They're just
the double T, double trouble, Troy and Tony.
double trouble like the
Here comes trouble and
Make it double into Braden's eardrums as he's attempting to fall back asleep.
If you guys go to Toronto again and I'm able to come, I know we wouldn't like stay in downtown Toronto because hotels are fucking expensive.
It was, but
there.
honestly, after the last trip, I think we would. I think we just pitch out for it because taking the subway every day to get in and out of Toronto was like
a nightmare.
Rough. It was like a 45-minute train.
Because that's the thing is on the one hand,
it was long.
Because on the one hand, I would want to stay downtown because like that just makes everything easier.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, Dave and Buster's
right across the street was sick.
That's convenient.
It was so fun, and also
so
we got to stay in we got to stay in cars. So like we went to that like Christian burger place where we got burgers, but like the scripture was on the wall.
Oh, I didn't go to the burger place.
Did you? Yes, you did. Didn't you? We all went to the burger place.
Oh, hold on.
The first one when we crossed the street.
Oh,
and we all walked over there.
Yeah. Right.
I believe they had like scripture on the wall and stuff, and
they might have.
It was called like something related to the Bible, but then like it was good though. Those burgers were good.
Yeah.
And then then you guys went to breakfast the next day.
So
and
Tony,
half of us
Troy, and
went.
I went to breakfast.
Yeah,
I don't remember the
other
name of
room
it,
went,
but it was so
slept
nice.
in.
It was like Renaissance.
Yeah,
They had
yeah.
paintings and everything. It was super nice, and the waitress was really nice to us too.
God, the best place I think we went for food was that like chicken place by the water.
Oh, Joe Bird.
Joe Bird.
Joe Bird.
Joe Bird was fucking lit, and that server was so cute. She was so cute. I was super into her.
Yeah, she was super nice.
Yeah.
Also, that whiskey sour, I've told a story before.
Yeah.
How it was just whiskey.
Was it? Yeah.
Oh,
I think you gave me a sip of that, and I was like, yeah, it was strong.
it was just whiskey.
I had like 2 Long Island iced teas, and then we had to, and then a bit of his whiskey sour, and I think like a beer, and then I had to. We immediately left from that place to speed walk essentially like 8 blocks to get to the venue.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
but the entire time we were walking along the water, and it was nice. It was a nice walk.
It
I
was
actually
really
liked that
nice.
walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I went
Gorgeous.
to Toronto for CMW,
Yeah.
Canadian Music Week,
Oh, sick.
yeah, that was part of my college thing. When I went, it was a night after all the expo and shit like that. Me and a couple friends went down to the waterfront and all smoked a joint, and that was like the week where I first really started smoking weed.
Yeah.
And we took the path to get back to the hotel. The path is an underground, like a whole underground tunnel system that goes through all of downtown Toronto.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So like all the major hotels and stuff feed into the
yeah,
path.
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit like
I
that.
think I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
Walking through the path when you are stoned
Yeah.
is fucking wild.
Yeah.
Because you'll just kind of be walking, like you'll be talking, minding your own business, and then all of a sudden you're back in the lobby of your hotel and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I remember when I went to Montreal and I was having a good time over there, and we were just hanging out downtown, and I was so happy that my hotel was downtown.
Yeah.
Because I just got to driving downtown's annoying.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I parked my car, I was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Because once you're downtown, you can just walk in.
Yeah, I can just walk everywhere, and then I didn't touch the car until I left the next day. But just being able to be like, all right, get in, I'm in, and then I can just walk to her hotel, hang out with her, go get food and whatever, and then like go back to my hotel and hang out.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I walked her back to her hotel, and I was just able to walk through downtown Montreal, like just spending the rest of the morning doing that.
Yeah.
Which probably wasn't the best idea because when you have 2 people with you, the homeless population mostly leaves you alone. When it's just you, I got a guy coming up to me when I was stopped at a red light because I can't go yet.
Yep.
And just being like, "Hey, man," and I'm like, "Oh no."
Bonsoir.
And I'm like, no. I'm like, look, if you're down on your luck, I get it. But he's like, I've been on the streets of Montreal for 5 years, man. And I'm like, that sucks. I don't have cash. And I was like, oh, come on, man. And then the sign didn't even change. I just walked into the street and he just kept with me. And I'm like, I'm going to speed up. And I'm going to get right before a jog.
Yeah.
Walking until I lose him as I hear him like talking at me as I just hear it get quieter in the distance, listening to if he starts to jog, and if he starts to jog, I'm sprinting. I am out of there. We are quote unquote city kids, but we're suburb kids.
Yeah, we're not
We're near the
traditional
city and we can go to downtown and stuff, but we didn't grow up in the inner city. We know how to like handle ourselves while we're down there. But like what we're used to is there's a convenience store down the street and everything else is towns and a pizza place and a Wendy's and like a movie theater. But you have more things than rural life, but you don't quite have the horror of inner city life.
Yeah. Or outer city.
Or yes. Yeah.
Lord knows what crazy stuff goes down in Osgood.
I couldn't live in like a really rural place because I would assume I was in a horror movie every day of my life.
Oh yeah.
It was already spooky living in Manitic, man. Like I don't for the time I lived there.
Yeah.
So yeah, living in the suburbs is where I enjoy, but I don't know if I'll be able to stay in Ottawa my whole life. Mm-hmm. Like, I think eventually when people are really like getting into their lives, I might move somewhere.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like I think so. I don't want to stay. Like, life is so short. Like, I don't want to live here forever.
Where do you
Okay.
think? Where do you think you would
thinking?
move?
I don't know. I would. If America had healthcare, I'd move to just outside of New York, maybe. You know what I mean? Like where I
If
could still
America-
drive to New York City, but
Yeah.
like outside of where it was,
Yeah.
was less like in Jersey, where most people live.
New Jersey.
So you could just drive through the tunnel and get to Manhattan and stuff like that. I could live there. I could live in I could see myself living in somewhere in like Colorado,
Yeah.
somewhere
As long
nice.
as it's not like Iowa.
Yeah, like nowhere land, like I saw a
could
map.
s-
I saw a map that was like the U.S. seen by the rest of the world.
Yeah.
and it was like the top right is New York, the bottom right is Disney World.
Yep.
It's true. Where Texas is yeehaw. The entire left is Los Angeles, and then everywhere in between is a question mark.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so
is.
true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see myself maybe living in like Seattle or something.
Seattle would be okay. I just want healthcare.
Yeah.
I just want healthcare.
You know where it has
I would
healthcare?
where
Here.
here.
Yeah.
I would live, but I would also like to live if it was less expensive in like Vancouver.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
I would
Vancouver would be
love to live in Vancouver, like by the water and stuff.
My buddy Vaughn, who I did that prog album with a couple years ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or was that last year? I feel like it might have been just last
I don't remember.
He lives in Vancouver. He let me in on something. On Fridays and Saturdays in Vancouver, they close Main Street to cars
Oh,
purely for bar hopping.
that's super cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so just the streets closed. Nobody can drive on there, so you can just walk around.
Cool.
It's great.
You walk in the street then?
Yeah,
For real?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Just because they got bars upon bars on Main Street, so it's like, yeah, you can just go
No doubt. That's
go to
pretty
different
tight.
bars and shit.
Let me see if I can find that image. But but yeah, like I just want like I think I was talking to my dad and he was talking to me about moving out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because he's like, hey, like we're in such a weird space with the way the housing market is, and in the middle of like a recession, we're like, it just isn't smart
It's not.
if you don't have to. Like, it just isn't smart, and like it'll feel good and it'll make you feel like you're moving on the next step of your life, but it really isn't mandatory.
Yeah.
If you have people that are willing to let you stay, whether or not it's paying them money for rent or to stay at your house or not, you can move on in the other stages of your life while you're in a more stable place, and you'll
Yeah.
be better off for it.
Yeah.
But the thing he said to me was like, hey, take time around now to like go places. And I'm really excited next year to go on our Japan trip because I think it will change a lot of our lives in a very not in a crazy way, but in like a minute like, oh, the world is big again.
The world is big.
Because we felt that, I think, when we entered college, when we were like, oh, we're not just going down the street to high school every
Yep.
day and going to our suburbs, and we can drive places, some of us and most of us. And we're taking a bus outside of our suburb to go to school and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and like multiple connections and meeting new people from other parts of the city. The world did expand a little bit, but I think like going outside of the country is going to be a really important step.
Well,
for a
like
lot.
especially for
going to like a
especially
different.
for me.
I've never been to Asia.
continent, different
Yeah,
time zone.
I've been to
like-
Europe a few times, but I've never been to Asia.
I've never been outside the country at all. Nor have I been on a plane.
Never been on a plane.
No, I haven't.
And yeah, because I would imagine when we fly to Japan,
Yeah.
my guess is we'll probably do here to Vancouver, Vancouver to Japan.
It'll either be here to Toronto to Japan, here to Vancouver to Japan, or just here to Japan.
You can do that.
Yeah, here to Japan, I feel like would probably be a bit more expensive.
Maybe, but it also might be less expensive because it's literally less planes.
Mm-hmm.
It's one plane. It would just be like those fat ass fucking things that hold so much fuel.
Yeah.
Because it would be the same coming out of Toronto anyway, but like Toronto is a more international airport
Yeah.
than Ottawa is.
My plan for when we fly to Japan is I'm just going to get fucking baked
Yeah, before we get on the flight.
before we get on the flight and just pass out.
I would do that, but I'd be so paranoid about getting on the plane because like I'm always paranoid every time I go to an airport for any reason that I'm gonna miss my flight no matter how early I show up. So like I'm probably gonna show up at the airport like 2 hours before the fucking plane takes off.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I get there. And we're also gonna be leaving probably in the early morning.
Yeah.
And arriving in Tokyo at like midday the following day because of time zones, and it's a 16-hour flight. It's like a 16 to 18-hour flight, and it's they're 13 hours ahead of us.
Oh wow.
So if we leave, let's say it's 16 hours, we leave at 4 in the morning, we would get to Tokyo at 8 p.m. our time, because it'd be 4 hours plus 12 hours, is 16 hours.
Yeah.
So it'd be 8 to 8 p.m. And then it's 13 hours ahead. So we'd be leaving at 4 in the morning and we'd be getting there at 9 in the morning the following day.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah, and we'd be so tired. It'd be like, well, get up, time to do shit, asshole.
Right.
Like, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I want to get as much sleep as possible on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll probably just.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
probably
gonna
have
get some sleep on the plane for some like. What's your longest flight you've ever taken? Was it Jamaica?
Yeah, Jamaica, and that I think was about 5 hours.
Yeah, I've done like
wow.
a 12 to 13, and that's to Glasgow, to visit my Scottish relatives, and that's rough. And this is longer than that.
Man,
in the other direction.
Is my first flight gonna be 14 hours?
It might be
very well
but
be.
if we have to go to Vancouver or Toronto first, it'll be like if it's Toronto, it'll be like 45 minutes. And if it's Vancouver, it'll probably be about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll have a
takes-
layover, and then we'll try to get to the other plane.
Okay.
Which is why I want to fly direct, just because I don't want to have to worry about a layover.
Yeah.
In case we miss a flight. But if we do miss a flight due to a delay in a layover, they'll usually get us new tickets.
Yeah, they'll comp us.
Because that's not our fault.
Yeah.
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 They'll get us on the next flight over. But
Yeah, if the flight's delayed, if it's canceled, or if it's overbooked, and then we just get fucked, they'll
put us on a new, which I'm gonna when we decide on a final date, which
we're gonna need to do soon.
we have to do soon, but also because of what Troy has told me, because Troy's going back to school and so is Dustin in the fall, we should probably do it around like August of next year.
Wow, that's so close.
It's so close, but
It's
also,
very
I just want to make sure that everyone has the money.
I have the money.
I have the money as well. You have the money.
I already have the money.
Yeah, but the person
I'm
I was
trying
worried
to
about,
increase the money that I have.
the
in my
two people I
savings,
was
but-
worried about most was Dustin and Phil.
Yeah.
Dustin has the money.
Okay, good.
Dustin, no matter what, he is going to be still in school, but he has the cash.
Okay.
While
Phil said he might not even be coming.
which is what I'm worried about. But like, I don't want to say it, but like, we gave you 2 years in advance.
Yeah. Well,
and
he
everyone else has figured it out.
He said he may not go because I think he said he was trying to get himself set up so he could move out.
Yeah, which is good on him. If that's the call you want to make, great. But like, if you gotta figure that out, you gotta figure out if you're coming or not. Basically now, because you're gonna. That's say we go in August. That's 8 months from now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which is still quite a long time, but like, I've saved up about like almost $6,000 in a year and a half. Like, if he goes on my pace, he won't have that much, you know.
Yeah.
He'll have like 3.5. But yeah, I'm excited to go regardless. The only thing I wanna leave Tokyo for the time we're there is I wanna hike Fuji.
Yeah.
I wanna hike Fuji.
I want to see.
If we do it in August, we're gonna be hiking Fuji in the hottest
heat
season.
Yeah.
I want
of
to see how
Japan.
many JDM cars
Yes.
I can get my grubby little fingers on.
Hey, you know what me and you could do?
You wanna go?
We could take a day trip to Gunma. We could take a day trip to the fucking the inspiration for the Akina Mountains. Like, we could do that.
We can. I want to go to one of those places, like one of those garages.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they're actually called, but like they sell like a bunch of like aftermarket parts and stuff, and they have like cars.
There is a famous circuit outside of Tokyo. I forget exactly where they did it, but I know the Trastace drifting special is where it takes place. I could just look that up and find it, but it's a place you can just go and watch people drift.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
I'm down.
Yeah,
because we're obviously gonna end up going to a good amount of bars.
Here's the thing: I want to go for 2 weeks. That is what I want to do.
Okay.
I've heard a week and a half from some people. If enough people want to stay for 2 weeks, we could split a little bit, and some people could go back a week and a half. Some people could go back 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to do everything and not have to stress.
Honestly, if you're going for a week and a half, just push it to 2 weeks.
Just push it to 2 weeks.
Just push it to 2 weeks.
And because I know, like, I think Jadiel and Troy Tony were saying a week and a half, but I'm gonna push for 2 weeks. But